and y'all niggas cheap like Baltic Gab. Type to land on jail, can't pay your bail. Wanna borrow from the bank. Nigga, what you think? I'm the wrong one to lie to. Shit, I'm the man who supply. When y'all a bunch of talk money, I'm trying to get it down for that motherfucking boardwalk money. Yo, he killed that shit, dog. Cool, you feel me on that shit, dog?
I feel you.
Taj Mahal trips, large ships money, long dick money, all in your bitch money. Flow like the flu and spit sick money.
See, now I gotta edit this bullshit out. We fucking starting the podcast, man.
Oh, are we recording?
For like 2 months we recording.
Like,
Okay, cool. Do we got voice? Hold on. Do we got volume? We might got a video. But do we got some motherfucking volume?
hey, man.
Yeah.
Do we have volume, brother?
Hey, man, don't worry about what we got going on over here,
Oh,
man.
I'm definitely worried.
You know what I'm saying?
We recorded a classic last week. We gonna give him another classic because we got classics all day. But
I came with my glasses today.
Oh, shit. Look at you looking all studious and shit.
See, my brother, what you don't understand.
Red fish, blue fish, Nick and Paddywhack.
Give a dog a bone.
Yo, what's up with your speakers, Neve? Yo, what you got going on? You got the shit covered?
Oh, I think I do. Is it all right now?
No, you good, Juice. I'm talking about Neve.
Oh, okay.
I got that covered, bro. I'm
Okay.
rocking over here.
All right.
I should be good. You can't hear me?
All right, man. Go ahead, get in your bag. Yeah, we good. We good.
All right.
Can I put the disclaimer out there first?
Go ahead, bro.
All right, man. So, for all our faithful listeners, what happened was, in the process of trying to upgrade our podcast and do different things, I bought a new computer. I thought I transferred all my settings over. When that took place, one setting didn't come over for the speaker and the microphone to be recorded with the screen thing, so we lost the whole episode last week. You see us, it recorded, but there's zero sound. So
you can't hear shit.
Rel be fucking up. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Get in your bag.
Let's get to it. This is Brothers Talking Shit episode 35.
Are we going 35 or we going 36?
No, we did 35 last week. It just, we don't got no volume, so.
So 35 again?
35 again.
All right.
Yes.
35 2.0. Got it.
D Fleshman, also known as the Fat Boy, also known as the man who has no problem calling you broadish. Oh yeah, I'm your Huckleberry. Oh yeah, I don't be fucking up no more. That's real.
All right, and I'm Rel, aka Iceberg Shorty, little man in the bottom right corner. If you can't see me, the king of controversial comments. I said what I said. Don't at me unless you try to cut the check. And oh yeah, I still don't give a fuck. And oh yeah, I'm Mr. Fucking Up now. I be fucking up. I be fucking up a lot. I'm gonna get my shit together though. I'm gonna get right. I'm still in the corner. Everybody, I'm still here. Right side corner. Right below Cool.
It's Cool Mike, a.k.a. Dr. Mike, the P. Diddy of podiatry, your favorite foot doctor, also known as Crypto Cool.
With your cool ass.
Hey!
Yeah, well, you know, it's me, your homie boy Drew, a.k.a. the Charm God, but also known as Juice.
Juice.
Bring it back.
All that, you know. Favorite light-skinned nigga talking shit.
Yeah.
That's one of them names that, like, you know how you got relatives, like my sister, she want to call herself Lynn. My name's Lynn Marie.
Marie Lynn.
You've been cha-cha for 30 years. Like, you're cha-cha forever. Like, Juice, you can be the charm guy, and I respect it. You've been Juice since you was on the Fab.
Right.
Doing,
I'm a juice man.
right.
Did the intro on the goddamn faculty CD, and I am the Juice.
Juice, man.
Yeah. I only have in my phone is Juice Williams. This is just Juice. Like, you're getting out a last name in my phone.
Hey, Juice, your hoodie's on the way because you the only one sent some money and wanted to purchase.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Is that what we doing?
Yeah, by Monday.
Damn.
Okay.
I don't know what everybody else is doing.
Oh, shit. Word.
Got my hoodie on the way.
That's what they
Got
doing.
shirts on deck. I put it out there, but nobody responds to me. You know how that goes.
Anyway.
Bro, who is the broadest among us?
The who?
Real broadest right there, man.
With a capital B. Oh, yeah.
Hey, bro.
Backing up with the B.
Hey, cool. I got the broadest cheese on the way. Broad I be calling you. Oh, why you don't got the laptop? Why you don't got the iPad with you? Oh, why you don't got no videos up? Oh, why we don't got no page up on Instagram? Oh, Brothers Talking Shit, Brothers Talking Podcast, Instagram page is available. Come follow us.
Yep.
All right, we've been so serious the last couple of weeks, man. And we're going to jump in our serious bag, don't get me wrong. We're going to do that. I want to have a little fun this episode. We got Juice on. We're going to have one of them conversations. So I want to start with what we usually end with. We're going to start with the top fives. Now, what I want to do is I want to read everybody top five. I want everybody to give us one of something. And that's what we're going to start and see where it goes.
All right.
I'm going to start. So our top five is top five overrated. And we have top five underrated.
Mm-hmm.
I got a top five underrated because I just knew this is going to shock y'all. One of my top five underrated guys who I feel like he don't get enough respect in the game or never got respect in the game before is a past artist. But I always loved his music. I always loved his flow.
Who, Mims?
No. The guy who I feel like don't get enough respect in the rap game is 8Ball from 8Ball to MJG.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't agree. 8Ball's fucking 8Ball. Like,
8Ball, that's MJG poo juice though, but
oh, get this right, Juice. Get him.
Hold on, you saying 8Ball? Hold on.
The thoughts of Hanif Dante Wilkes Castle does not reflect the thoughts of everybody on this podcast.
It's better, but what I'm saying is them niggas both go hard.
I mean, MJG, all right. But 8Ball, I think 8Ball stand out more.
Hey, Juice, we Texas boys, man. Don't take the word of this Philly nigga.
Man, I can't. Maybe it's a southern thing.
I can't believe you said that.
My trifecta with the duos down south, of course, is gonna always be UGK, 8Ball, MJG, and Outkast. So like MJG to me, I mean they're just like I would say like a Bun and a Pimp. It's like Bun is probably considered the more lyrical, and Pimp is just more of the flashy guy, but he still come through with the bars to me. So, but I agree with you. I feel like 8Ball he's had solo projects, so 8Ball as a artist, like just an MC by himself, he does not get enough credit for being like a standout lyricist.
He killed that Mace verse, yo.
All about the loot, yeah.
I ain't like MGG verse on there though. All right, bro, who you got? Underrated or overrated? Give me one.
Overrated. Dipset. I said it. I fucking said it. Yeah, I said it. What? Cam ain't been hot since 1999.
You talking about right now? Or you talking about
period. In general. Jewels has always been trash. And Jim Jones the best rapper in all of Dipset. I said it.
Oh, Cam ain't been hot since 99.
That's what I said.
First off,
that's what I said. I said 1999. I said 99.
Hold on. Sex, Drugs, and Entertainment was what?
Yes.
Yo, you fucking tripping, dog.
Name 3 songs off of that. Go.
What you mean?
Fucking name 3 songs off of that. Go.
Easy. Where I'm from. Lift and Weight. What means the world to you? That's easy. 1, 2. All the Chickens. Like stop. That's when Cam was my favorite rapper. So you can't tell me nothing about the first 2 albums.
Shit was garbage.
You sit there, bump your motherfucking head.
Yeah. First of all, I was the first nigga rolling around Baltimore and act legend listening to Cam. Right? Don't get it twisted. I was the one bumping. I can name every song in order. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about Dipset being like overrated though, because like they really had a move. That movement was so fucking.
They did have a movement. So what?
Niggas down south was like, I remember coming home on leave and like that shit was like niggas was fucking with that shit here heavy. So that's when I knew like that shit was big.
Because they had a movement that was so large. That's why I said it was overrated. Overrated. Overrated.
Listen, when they came with the next set of 40 cows and all of them, they had a nice little stretch. They was killing the mixtape game. When it was them and G-Unit probably like after Rockefeller, they was really like that mixtape game. They had that mixtape game on lock, dog.
I think yeah, man. Like they kind of started that shit.
And who make their beats? The Hitmakers? Who make their beats all the time?
Hitmakers.
They just perfect together, man. Like, and Jewels is overrated.
Yes.
Jewels was a beast when he first came out, man.
Was. I guess he lost it, huh?
they kind of started that whole like migrating to other places too. They took it out of their regions.
That's a great point, Juice. I don't think they overrated Rel. Maybe if you talk about straight music and lyrics, you could probably have a case of some overratedness. However, hip hop has never been just about the lyrics. It's always been about everything else, including the lyrics. So, if you're talking about Dipset, you're talking about, especially with the extension being Jim Jones, they really changed the way hip hop started to dress and started the fit look. They started the afflicted, distressed biker chains. Right? Look, that's one thing they did, and that changed the way we started to dress in general. The other thing, to Juice's point, is in every great rapper, especially with a New York nucleus or base, was able to do this. Was not afraid to work with artists outside of their region. Going out west, going down south, and that's where y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, and that's where you see the influence stretch, and I think to put that all together, they probably are appropriately rated, if you ask me.
Like that shit was like, I think I can think of different movements in hip hop that was notable. I would have to say that's gotta be like one of the most notable movements done. Had to be, you know what I'm saying? It just was ridiculous, man. I mean, you're right, you know what I'm saying? Cool. They was messing with Southern artists, just everybody. I don't know. I don't know.
I remember some Parkcase cats, I want to say, Ralph, was paying Jim Jones to do 10,000 for a verse. Like they was out here getting it.
That's crazy.
All right, Juice, who you got? Underrated or overrated? Who you got?
Well, my overrated guy, man, I just got to speak on it. I got a couple, but I'm going to go ahead and say this because I said it before, man. I just think J. Cole, for me, is very overrated. I think he's a decent rapper at best. I mean, I got another one that I want to say, but I ain't going to say it yet. But I can't get into him. I think he has, I think he's Nas 3.6. Yeah, he just, it's like, I don't get it. I don't get, like, for me, you got to touch me. Hip-hop is about touching people. Like, you just have some undeniables. We know we got the Jay-Z's, we got the Jada Kisses. You got people out there just, like, undeniable. And I feel like we have certain people that, it's just a fad, it's a trend. And J. Cole just one of those people, like, I really can't, like, what classic albums has he put out? He got a few songs, but he's just he's just an overrated guy to me. I mean, nobody wants to listen to a light-skinned rich guy with that. Like, you're that mad still, bro? Like, I don't know, man.
Agreed, Juice. Agreed. The last album was garbage.
I'm interested to see where he come with next.
Of course you are, because you're a fucking stan.
That shocks me with you, though, Flush.
Yeah, it's wild.
Because you have always, to me, been like such a rap connoisseur and a critic,
right?
That I feel and I respect it. So I feel like for you to like J. Cole,
no, you know what? Even with the album before this one, before KOD, and a lot of people ain't like the one where he's talking about his daughter. That album really touched me being a father. Okay. He was going through that, so I can really relate to it. KOD probably wasn't his best work, but I feel like there's a hunger. I feel like he feels disrespected a little bit. So I'm interested in seeing what comes next. You get what I'm saying? So was KOD my favorite album of his? Of course not. It wasn't. Forest Hill Ave. Or was it Forest Hill Ave? That joint was the best one, period, of all.
Well, that was kind of his most notable, I would say, yeah.
Right. So I'm interested in seeing what's next. I still feel like he be kicking that shit, though. Like, I feel like he got a bag he jump into in the lane. I feel like, I appreciate first of all, I want to say I appreciate what you think of me and my thoughts. As far
Hey, man, don't get that motherfucker his flowers, man. Fuck him, Juice.
That's why you ain't got no fucking hoodie, no shit coming to you next. You said you was a Florida nigga. I don't want to see you with no Baltimore shit.
I said Texas, yo. Texas.
Oh, you said my bad, Texas, my bad. No, but I like, I'm not ready to give up on Cool yet. And I think I'm not ready to give up on Cool yet.
Go ahead, Cool.
Before I choose the person I'm gonna choose to speak on the J. Cole thing. I think Charlemagne has a phrase he talks about, what do you say, contemporary dad rap or something of that nature, right?
Yeah.
Where you understand the bullshit that might really be in the lyrics if you go back and listen to them, for stuff we listen to in general. Well, what I appreciate as a man above 40, and a dad and all of that kind of stuff is the growth of artists. So I give Cole kind of extra credit, even if the song don't knock, or even if it doesn't still capture my wife's attention, which I know is the hit making part. Like, it could be some bullshit, but if she move into it, it's gonna
It's a
probably
go.
be a hit.
It's a go.
Yeah.
Right.
She can't really get in the Cole. She likes him as a person, kind of deal. But I give him a little extra credit for the growth, material wise, in his music, and I like kind of the agenda. I like. At some point, it came across where he realized that just having money and riches don't equal happiness, and then he was like, "Well, fuck it, I'm gonna just be me." And then that's when I guess the locks and all that kind of stuff you start seeing in his head. So I appreciate the growth of an artist that can stick around, manage to stick around for all of these years when we know the music industry is real fickle.
Before you go and mention who you got, I want to what's the name, piggyback on that. I feel like to a certain extent too. He's not trying to. He's like a Solange to me, even though he's known as being a big time artist.
Right, just got a base
to the radio or anything like that. Whatever, and he's never gave us the same thing twice. Every album's been different. So
I can agree.
You all got Forest Hill Ave 1, 2, and 3. It's been a bunch of different things. So I think he experiments more than other guys are. Get out his comfort zone. Matter of fact, they say he don't get out his comfort zone, and I think I look forward to some with different producers and stuff like that this time around and stuff. I'm really interested in seeing what the what's the name of his label, Dreamville album, is going to sound like, and what's next for him. But I feel like he's going to take some risks and do something different. I feel like
he need to get out of his comfort zone and get them dreads professionally done and stop doing them. He do his beats, his raps, and his dreads in the same place.
Like, in the basement.
Yeah, fuck out of here, Cole. Nah.
Right,
see that's where that's where the young boys though, some of that young generation get it right with the from the Migos era. That collaborative effort, that like let's all get it, let's all work together. Spirit is always going to win. So you see these dudes on multiple tracks and popping up everywhere, and they got mixtapes together. You can't even keep up with the music. And so I know Cole likes to play the part of they don't want me on the album stuff, but like that a lot joint with him and 21 Savage is the perfect thing of if you J. Cole, that's kind of what you're supposed to do. He mentioned himself being I'm big bro and little bro at the same time.
Right.
I did this with 21 and I'm going to the brunch with Jigga. Yeah, you got to reach down. I think Meek does a good job of the slight reach down to a shelf or a generation just below him, and then keep that connection going. That's why you hear easier thread to the streets or to winning on that.
You know what, cool? And those guys are in a privileged situation with the I would say the Coles, the Drakes, the Kendricks, even Big Sean. Whereas though you're old enough for us to listen to, but still young enough for the young cats to respect. You know what I'm saying? In that very, very thin line.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's a very thin line that they stand at. I think that's definitely unique. Who you got top 5 overrated, top 5 underrated?
Oh, but Coach did have a hot ass verse on Royce album of the year last year, 2018. I just saw that put out.
Royce.
All right, my bad. Go ahead, cool.
Hey, so listen, mine a little bit left, but you gonna understand in a second. And it always somehow comes up every now and then. But yeah, it ain't quite rap, but the Ray J This Ain't a Game album is underrated to me. Now, it's crazy because it's Ray J, right?
Oh shit!
But let me explain my point. Like this we getting down, right? We get to
go ahead,
about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It had the wait a minute joint on there. Everybody remember that?
Uh-huh.
All right. So what that was is a time when the Neptunes was just bubbling. Nori, it was that time, right? So you understood the Noriega joint and you know all of that kind of stuff. But you still like who this nigga in the video type stuff at that time when Wait a Minute came out. Little Kim was the draw on the Wait a Minute joint. Right. But what happened was Rodney Jerkins and the Neptunes did production on This Ain't a Game album. Right? And so Ray J was still Brandy Brother. It kind of put him in the corny category. But if you go listen to a couple of more than three, and my whole idea about a good album, especially in the CD buying days, was if it had more than 3 joints, then it could go.
That's a goodbye. That's a goodbye.
It was a goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Guaranteed more than 3 joints, bangers that could still play today if you give yourself 10 minutes to go skip through 30 seconds of the This Ain't a Game Ray J album. I'm telling you now. And Subject Matter, I'm making my point real crazy, right? Subject Matter, he had a song called You Need It and You Don't. So Rodney Jerkins, again, was the
Dogchild
was the other production team. So he had much bangers. And he talked about bad contracts, you don't need it, all this flossing, you don't need it. And that was a long time ago. It's a song that probably, I just want to throw that out there because you put Ray J, he's Brandy Brother, but on that jump, I think underrated. This Ain't a Game. I ain't saying his career, I ain't saying nothing else. Specifically, This Ain't a Game album was an underrated jump. They got slept on because it was a little extra corny back then.
I definitely have to revisit it.
I'm about to download it right now. Apple Music, holla at your boy.
I think Ray J and Brandy, even as business people,
yes,
I think they're underrated in that aspect. Yes. Like I think they were able to really come in. I mean, they've done it all: acting, singing, you know, the reality shows. But I definitely think they've been relevant, and I think people they have some respect in the game for that. So I actually, when you talk about subject matter and contracts, I can definitely believe that because I know that they've maximized their careers from just knowing the business, and a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah, he'll come back and hit you with a one banger because when that One Wish came out, whoa. Whoa.
Don't pump that. Yeah. Don't pump that One Wish shit up.
That One Wish is dope.
Only you would pump that One Wish shit up. Like, you be in the shower like.
So that's what we doing? Back to the shower?
No, but I think
you probably got your broadest t-shirt on listening to Drake in the shower.
but no, we all know music.
I trusted that on you.
We put it on the podcast. It was actually the name of the podcast.
So even the One Wish joint, even though it might not be high on the list, it's the formula of what a hit is. Like, and so you can't deny nobody that done did it once years ago, and you got to whatever it is to do it again.
Yeah.
Right. What's the other joint? Just a couple of them, and how he got a couple of the joints.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He always did it his way though. I feel like he
the same
come out when he want to come out.
Yeah. Sexy Can I?
Sexy Can I?
Got you.
Damn, hold up.
Yeah.
Well, Bird.
You know what I mean? Yeah. There's some space between those moments too.
Yeah.
You know, that's hard to do.
Yeah, I hit it first. Classic.
Did his thing, definitely. All right.
And he definitely gave us Kim K. He the reason Tristan going through everything he going through.
Everybody. Kanye too. We're going to do one more round. We're going to do the opposite of what you did the first time.
All right.
So last time I did underrated. This time I'm doing overrated. And I really, because I got 5, and I just really want to say all 5, but I'm going to stick with one. And I'm going to go with my most controversial one. And honestly, I got some controversy on here, but I think the most controversial one is Nas. Not saying that he's not one of the top guys to ever do it. I just don't think Nas is top 5. Album-wise, he had Illmatic, he had Stillmatic. Other than that, if he'd have died with 2 albums, it'd be different. But I really be feeling like a lot of times he be too left field, too deep, got too much going on. Then when he come with a verse or a feature, he don't come with it. So I'm not saying that Nas ain't one of the greats of all time. I definitely think he is. But to put Nas as a top 5 artist, to me, I don't agree with it.
I think that because hip-hop, and we all know where it started, its origin, and its city that it's in, I think that they had it's like they had the governing ship of saying who's who in hip-hop. And we all agreed for so long. We were like, yeah, that's it. But now that hip-hop is expanded, it's went other places, especially just on the East Coast. Like, I would even say on the East Coast, you know, there's better rappers in other places on the East Coast than just that city.
Right.
It's like it's just expanded, and now our taste has expanded. It's evolved. The top 5 will change, and you will see people in different parts of the country. So I just think that was one. I think Nas kind of. I mean, look, 17 and 19 years old to be working on Illmatic. To be honest, you could really equate that to Michael Jackson working on Off the Wall.
Oh, for sure.
But Michael Jackson ain't right all that. I don't think there's no question. There's no.
Well, I'm just saying product though, like to just put product out at that age to be able to put a product out, and Nas wrote his shit. So I'm just saying, like, you can equate it, like, is really what gets him there. It's like, oh, like you did something, so because you don't see that anymore. But as you go look over his career, I would have to strongly agree with you. Like, I would say, like, you got other guys that have put like 3-4 albums together that's younger than him.
Because the truth of the matter is, you're right. At that age, to be able to write something like that is definitely amazing. But how long do you milk that for? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got Stillmatic. I mean, don't get me wrong. The other albums had a joint of 2, 3, 4. It wasn't, you know, for him to be. I'm just saying that.
I don't think you're getting much pushback.
Okay. Nah. Yeah. One was the other was Illmatic, and that's why her album every 10-year average, and that's so lame.
Jay told you what it was.
And then you got to compare that to him and Jay. No matter what you do, their careers after Big died,
they're intertwined.
You're right. You're going to compare them.
Yeah.
And when you have so many, I just don't feel like, honestly, he's never been in my top 5. I respect him, and I respect a lot of people who top 5 he's in. I respect their thoughts and their brains as far as hip hop fans. But for me personally,
top 10 Flush?
No.
Top 20.
Yeah, he in the top 20.
Okay, all right. Just
my personal favorites.
No, I was asking about you. That's why I said Flush. I'm with you.
The top period, and what I personally, if I had to pick 20 artists to listen to for the rest of my life, he might get in there.
Okay. All right. I understand.
But I don't have I have a playlist with 900 and some songs on Tidal. I don't got that many Nas songs on there.
Can I be honest? For me,
of course.
Illmatic, Stillmatic, and Godson. Everything else to me is like, I don't care if you made it or not.
Really?
I don't care if I ever heard it. Like, to me, that's like, I could jam those records, and everything else is like, I'm not. And I don't care. I don't know.
And Stillmatic almost feel like Jay forced that out of him.
Which was good. Because it gave you like some good shit.
Right.
But
yeah, I'm more it was written than any of that shit y'all was saying. And what was the one that day was written?
It was written, sorry.
Nostradamus? Was that it?
I Am.
No. Yeah, I like I Am. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With him and I gotta say Mac and Brad, fucking up. With him and Face. That was on I Am.
Right.
With Dr. Knock boots and all that shit. Yeah, I'm more of that.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's more of me too. The song, the shit we were talking about, Biggie and Pac. Yeah, that's on there. We'll always survive.
Right.
Yeah.
You go singing again.
My bad. I'm fucking up. You're right. I sing like you bring up the locks. Fuck you.
I ain't gonna be locked in a minute.
Yeah, you said Jadakiss last week. We just couldn't hear it. How positive.
You can't see it. That shit don't count.
1.0, he said.
Hell yeah, 1.0, we ain't never see that shit. Who next?
All right, man. Yeah. I'm gonna say it, yo. Underrated.
Okay.
Royce the 5'9", yo. I'm tired of motherfuckers not giving my man Royce his goddamn flowers. The issue is that he's always paired against fucking Eminem, right? And here's my hot take. Royce a fucking better rapper than Eminem.
Yeah.
I said it.
Preach on it.
That's not.
I said it.
It's not a hot take.
Oh, okay.
It's
All right.
real.
Yeah,
Listen.
Eminem is my underrated, by the way.
When Good Meets Evil on that joint.
Bad Meets Evil? Yeah.
He might have got on that joint.
He go hard.
Can I say
Royce
something?
is a monster.
Of course you can, Juice.
Do we remember when when all the beef went down with D12?
Yup.
And that nigga was eating them niggas.
All of them. The whole.
Eminem didn't say a motherfucking thing. He didn't say nothing. He ate them niggas up. So that told me Eminem, you are a bitch because you let your homies get ate up, which Royce was your homie, but y'all was beefing. You should have stepped up and said something. He didn't want that. He did not want them problems.
You can't step onto somebody who call you Marshall. I've never heard Royce call him Eminem, not ever once in my life.
Eminem is my overrated pick.
Go straight to it, cool. Let's go.
Eminem
Let's go.
is my overrated pick. I have unapologetically never listened to an Eminem album. I think it's one of those things. I have to give him his props for being lyrical. He knows how to rap.
Yeah.
I think he has a special lane, especially on the feature when he's on a song with somebody else. He know how to get busy. But content and all of that extra shit, I kill my. I can't. What are you talking about? And so from the beginning, kill my baby mother and kill my mother and all that. I couldn't get down with it, no matter how he put the words together.
Right.
And just all of that whole time, he definitely gets credit. You know what I mean? Or the privilege component of it, he definitely getting extra credit if you ask me, especially from just a subject matter and content perspective and all that. You know, catchy. No, that was never me. So he was my pick for overrated.
He on my list too. If he was black, it wouldn't be one of them. Definitely.
No.
My favorite moment Eminem career is Superman. That's one of my favorite. I wanted more of that kind of shit from him. Some, real life talking that shit, talking some, you know what I mean? But other than that, I feel what you're saying totally. Like, I always felt, now that I look, and you're a little older than me, so when you were probably in a more mature space when M first came out. Mm-hmm. And I was rocking with it, but he gets a pass that most people don't get. I heard somebody say, I can't remember who it was, but Eminem was the white Cameron. If you listen to Cameron's first album, Confessions of Fire, he was talking about shit like that.
He was a white red man.
Right.
True, that too.
Right.
Yeah, like he was more Reggie Noble than Cam.
Reggie was not that. So if you listen to Confessions of Fire, certain joints on there, Cam saying some crazy fucking my aunt and all that shit too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you another little unknown fact. There's a rapper by the name of Gangsta Nip, a rap-a-lot rapper from Houston in the early '90s. That they created this shit called hardcore pop, hardcore hip hop. They were talking about burning babies and it's like crazy shit. And that's where Eminem really draws from.
The Grave Diggers was from that era, that horrorcore kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I remember
they was all in the same. They all came up in that whole little thing, dog.
Yeah.
And but see, it goes back to that too, like too over the head, too left field. I believe you can be too left field. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, and like you can get too weird. You gotta look like end of the day. I mean, it was cool for what it was, but like I said, if it was a black man, I don't think it would have got the same popularity or any of the same respect that it got coming from him. Agreed. It would have been the same career.
And I don't think nothing's better than a Marshall Mathers LP. Like that's it.
It was
me.
good.
The second one.
That was the second joint.
I sit back with this bag of zigzags and this bag of this weed. It give me the shit leading to be the most leading some seed on this earth. This curse I was birthed with. This curse is just cursed. That shit go hard.
Yo, this bizarre shit that works. And,
he killing
that shit.
And then when we had the freestyle where he was talking about I'm getting so bored I'm gonna make my own language. Oh, you remember that shit? Yo, we used to body that shit down VA.
Cover you, cover. Uber you, Uber. If that make sense. Oh my God, dog. Yo.
Summer Lumalana. I'm a suicide. Yeah.
Yo.
All right.
Yo, that's one of the best freestyles I've heard in my life.
Yo, we just fucked him up and gave him his props at the same time.
Because he deserves it.
Right. Right. Yeah.
We said overrated.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
He's not a GOAT.
All right, when you get one from Juice, what you did? You did.
I did a lot of overrateds, but I'm gonna give you an underrated. Look, I gotta say this.
Somebody from Texas.
It needs to be said now. No. Because I think those that get their props from here get their props. Like Scarface, I think he should get more. But I think I've seen him in the company of other hip hop artists, and they definitely give him his props. Yeah. I was back there and I saw like Mos Def, Manny Fresh back there. I went to see Stalley, which is a friend of mine. So I went back there backstage to chill with him. And I saw Scarface come in the door, and like the way Mos Def and Manny Fresh treated Scarface was like, wow, I was just amazed. You know what I'm saying? So he gets his props. But my underrated guy is Anderson .Paak, man. I just feel like
I
Anderson
gotta listen
.Paak
to that shit. You keep talking about him.
Listen, this dude, his voice, his musicality, he's a drummer, singer. I mean, this guy for me is just like amazing. I mean, I just think he's for me vocally, he's probably one of the best soul singers out right now. I mean, he's a really soulful guy. He reminds me like Musiq Soulchild. When Musiq Soulchild came out, was like taking R&B but kind of mixing it with like the freshness and the slang of his city. Like Anderson .Paak is definitely doing that, man. I mean, he just has I love everything he's done. Granted, Oxnard maybe it didn't come out the way people felt it should have. But I mean, if you listen to No Worries, if you listen to Malibu, now what he has coming out Ventura, I'm sure it's gonna be great. I still like Oxnard. I mean, this dude, he's making music that could have easily survived 80s R&B, 70s R&B to me.
What's his story, Juice?
So for me, my introduction to him, so he kind of came up. Artists now kind of hit like our version of the Chitlin circuit, where they just, they going like, they hit the little shows for here. They go to House of Blues or Warehouse Live, and I'm sure they're doing that up there where you guys are from. And like there's a group of artists. He just kind of like the internet, people like that. He's kind of come up with them.
Okay.
But I first heard of him on he was on the Compton record, Dr. Dre, singing hook. He did what else did he do? I heard him on like a lot of West Coast artist shit because he's from Cali, so he's doing like a lot of hooks. And then I knew he had came here and performed before, like when little artists come here. But that's just kind of where I heard him, and all of a sudden, man, this Malibu dropped, and niggas was like, "Yo, you gotta listen to it." I'm like, "That's that cat that be singing hooks and it sound good." I heard the Malibu joint in his band, you know what I'm saying? With Free Rationals, Free Nationals. I think they're called Free Nationals. And man, that shit just was like, I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I was just amazed, man. So,
Let me check him out.
Yeah, I gotta give him a listen. You keep bringing them up. I think I seen him on BET. You know how BET be having them on the stage in the cut on the BET Sports. I think I saw them there one time, but I definitely gotta give him a listen.
Yeah. So definitely, dude.
All right, we're gonna move on from this. Let's just I'm interested in y'all list though. When y'all talk about it. No, I don't even want to do it. Let's not do that. What I'm about to say. No, because what I gotta say, y'all gonna want to talk about.
I'm about to have to grab a charge in a few, but come on.
No, I don't even want to do that because y'all going.
Well, hold on. What is it? I'm interested.
I got Outkast on my overrated because of Big Boy.
Hey, Juice, don't worry about it. I'm about to cut this motherfucker off. He about to get excommunicated from the fucking party. Take that shirt off, yo. You know what I'm saying? I know you got a little ass white beat on under that, man. You about to get fucking excommunicated. Bye, Neef.
It's Big Boy for me. Big Boy's the problem for me.
Why is he the problem?
He just that verse on the shit with UGK. That shit is fucking garbage. What? Name a hot Big Boy verse.
First off, Pimp C had the best verse, but
he got the ill ass verse on the Jay-Z song.
Stacks had the best verse on it. Who? Stacks verse is crazy too.
Man, my bitch a choosy lover, never fuck without a run. Hey,
that's my shit. Hold on. So,
but Stacks had a verse.
I sent the text to a girl I used to see. Yeah. That I chose this cutie pie with whom I wanted to see. And I apologize if this message gets you mad that I CC'd every girl that I
CC around town. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, it was on it.
I just feel like, honestly, he just sucks that much. I'm sorry.
Blasphemy.
Neef, what y'all got up there, man? What y'all smoking on up there, man? I got some good shit.
I need to come see you.
Come see me, dog.
I
got some.
All right, so
Big Boy put Key Toy in the video.
You said what?
Wasn't the Big Boy that put Key Toy in the video? The big booty Dawson chocolate system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Get credit for that.
I just can't. Come on, man.
Juice, you know who I think is fucking overrated? The Locks.
Okay.
That's where we going today.
But I think I know where you're going with that.
You just said the Locks was the best group. No, you just trying to get me I'm trying to provoke you.
I'm poking the bear right now. I'm poking the bear.
Jada Kiss has never spit a whack bar to me ever. Like I think he needs to move up on people's list. I don't think he's high enough. So he's possibly just as an MC himself and Styles. Like I think they might.
Yo, I put Styles on my underrated too.
They might be because them boys like I don't think they get the. I don't know, man. I'm not satisfied. I think Busta Rhymes up there too with his. I think he's.
I don't think so.
Whoa.
I think he kind of. I don't think so. With
Whoa.
Busta. I think name a hot Busta album. What's your favorite Busta album? My way.
Extinction Level Event.
Definitely Extinction Level Event. I would say.
Don't try to play me like I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I would. And my boy Knox did a lot of the production on there.
And the one before that too is dope. They got the joint.
Row. You can't, come on, y'all.
Man, Busta Rhymes.
You can say row.
Listen, that motherfucker can rap. He can rap his ass off. That's the motherfucker on the feature. When he jump on your shit, he gonna kill your shit. That's the thing. When you better come with your best bars, when he gonna get shit. I just feel like he wasn't on my list though. I got Mobb Deep on my list. It's overrated. I got Mobb.
But you said Big. Hold on. So Big Boy. Big Boy and MJG.
I'll be right back.
You know what? I guess I have to respect it, but I'm confused because okay, look, I got into this argument with a friend of mine about this. He felt as though Outkast would have been better without Big Boy, and I'm just like, yo, like, I don't know, man. Like Big Boy be going. I just think that 3 Stacks is that much of an eccentric, great lyric.
Right.
Maybe he stands out a little more.
That's how I feel about 8Ball and MJG. When I hear 8Ball, to me, 8Ball is so much better than MJG to me.
What's that record? I think what they had that Don't Flex Baby. I wanna see you touch your toe. What album was that? That was like a volume 2 or something too. Cause I know Jay had like a volume 2 out at the time, and I think it was like a similar title. I just remember that. I think you should go listen to that album.
I might have to go back.
Go back and like listen to that record, and then we can kind of get back into it.
Also, I got overrated to me. Gucci Mane. That Roger. Listen, that Roger, what's the name album? The Lemonade on it and all that shit. The album was hot. I feel like other than that.
No.
Hold on. So Icy was a poo juice. You listen to So Icy Cool?
Listen, man.
So Icy.
I give credit where it's due.
Hey, man.
Gucci specifically ushered in all the people that's on our radio now.
I know that.
Yep.
I'm not listen. I'm not denying that.
He get credit for that.
No, listen. What I'm saying is, I know that for a fact.
Waka Flocka changed the beat making and the cadence, and that changed music. Ross took off with it.
Hey, hold on one
Nico, Young Thug, all these young cats.
I know. They
look at Gucci as the guy.
I know that.
Gucci, they Jay-Z.
I know that. I'm very good. And I'm not knocking that part of it. I'm just feeling like musically, though, maybe I'm missing something.
Nah, man.
You bugging. It's Gucci.
Even if you don't like him, you gotta respect him.
Oh, I respect him all day. I just feel like
the
Roderick. What's the album? The Roderick that had Lemonade and all that shit on it.
I gotta look.
The Roderick Davis album, that joint. I fuck with that shit heavy. I don't feel like no album he had compared to that. Like that was his best piece of work. The other shit ain't even touching it. That's how.
So we got Big Boy, Gucci Man.
You see, he got that fucking down south bias juice. You know what I'm saying?
I got Nas album on the list.
I don't.
You don't get no credit for Nas. Fuck out of here.
I don't think he's being biased, but
I'm definitely not.
He on some other shit.
I've heard what he said before. I just don't know. I just don't understand it. Like with Big Boy, I can't.
Just don't agree with him, man. It's us Texas boys against him, man. Don't agree with him.
There you go.
Gucci, you put that battery pack, man. I get, like I said.
Hold on, one second.
I'm just listening. I can't even keep up with the amount of music Gucci has put out throughout the years. And I give credit to that Tupac drive where you just making music, because remember before it was guard the music. I'm only going to trickle out music. It was going to take 2 years to make an album type stuff. And,
right.
and them Southern cats when they got the bag and the Master P's and the blueprint with Jay Prince's and all that was laid out. And they said, live in the studio, stay in the studio. And that's just the blueprint that they keep saying. I give a lot of credit. Not even the music. Maybe I'm off a little bit because I think I'm defending the totality of it and
right.
not just the music.
I was just talking music, but it all go together though. So you're right.
And you talking about the State versus Roderick Davis?
Right. That was my favorite. And then what came after that, I'm like, whoa, because that almost everything on that the State versus Roderick Davis shit rock like musically. I feel what you're saying. I know everything you're saying, cool.
Yeah, like to be able to deep.
I know a lot of these cats right now in Atlanta that's doing their thing. Gucci the guy.
To be able to
all that shit. I know
to be able to GM stuff like that, like he's saying, like he done sold contracts before. Gucci done sold people. The young thug man is one that sticks out. To have them dudes and they can't. And again, whether you like them or not, just think of the melodies that these dudes is putting together. You know what I'm saying? If these dudes is putting melodies together, that's gonna be in movies. In video games for the rest of our lives. That shit is crazy to me. And Gucci had an early eye or ear and straight hand in that music. What them boys did, that quality control crew and all of that
it wouldn't be able to do without Gucci, right?
Man, at all.
Anybody else got something that stick out as far as they overrated that stick out to them? That want to put it out there?
Overrated?
You don't got to listen from you, leave it around. You just had one fucking person.
Oh, yeah, you said that's all we needed.
I didn't tell you that. I never told you that. You said top 5.
Hey, man, I do this shit with my heart, not with paper. I'm like motherfucking Big and Hove, y'all. I don't write nothing down, yo. I don't write nothing down like Big and Hove. Huh?
Everybody in the rap game claim they don't write shit down, yo. There's too many motherfuckers not writing, bro.
I think that
motherfuckers need to be writing.
That shit a lot.
I said Big and Hove. I wasn't talking about nobody else.
Who else you got on your list? Anybody else cool? You got somebody on your list you want to talk about?
No.
Overrated, underrated?
No.
Hey, Juice, how come when it come to you, Juice, it's always a bunch of boys?
It's always some shit.
Oh, I saw you good now.
I'm good.
You got anybody else you want to point out, Juice, either way?
Well, I just had a lot of negativity on my list. I feel like Wale is extremely overrated.
Oh.
I don't like him. I don't even think he's a good rapper.
Oh.
I really don't. I don't think he's a good rapper. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I think people give him too much.
I don't think he get a lot. I mean, I feel you though. I don't feel he's like one of the top tier main boys, but I don't feel like people make him like that either. I don't think they put him out there with Cole and Kendrick and Drake. I don't think they put him in that category.
He was for a couple years early. Just probably.
Yeah, he was in the race, but he's lagging behind now. He got lapped.
Nita took over that.
Right. But some of that seems to be Wale's fault. He seems to be a little sensitive as an individual, and apparently has rubbed people the wrong way on some level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or been misunderstood or whatever that means. So people don't want to work with no asshole if they don't have to. If talent is the same, if I get the pick out of these, the budget gonna go to 1, 2, or 3 of these rappers. I'm not fucking with Wale and be the ass. I'm just.
If Kendrick did Control again, Wale would not make that list.
Oh wow. You might be right.
That said a lot over those bars. Yeah, that's what my rapper brain go to. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what's name make the list? What's the boy name who never came out? Jay Electronica. Like, we never even got an album from him.
He only said Jay Electronica's name because he was on the song with him.
But he was one of them guys. They pumped Jay Electronica up like he was.
Man, that nigga's overrated too. He did one. I don't even know how Exhibit A. Like niggas be. Man, we be gassing shit like it's dope, but it's like nigga, it's not the greatest song ever.
Right, Exhibit C is a one-off, just like motherfucking Domino song. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's in the same, here we go. Like, that's in the, like,
Yeah, no, you're not gonna do that to that.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Like, this is how we do
Yeah, Domino.
This is how we do it.
This is why I'm hot in Exhibit C.
Yo, get the fuck out of here. I wish you had a shirt. I wish you had a shirt on so I can rip it off. This is why I'm hot. Why is this the second Mims fucking reference this fucking episode?
I ain't go front. I was listening to it. I was listening to it the other day.
I thought that was part of the joke. Though.
You're right.
That was part of the joke. Like, it's
No, this is the second time he done put that fucking Mims up. All right, we gonna leave this shit alone, man. Let's get to the real shit, man. Rel, you was talking about how you want to get into this thing with the Becky.
Oh, we going to that right now? We going to that? We go straight to that?
Becky paying for college that kids don't even want to go to. Oh, what's she doing? She's scamming? What's the situation, man? I ain't up on it like that, y'all. I know y'all fellas up on it. What's going on?
All right, man, because if you don't know about me by now, I work at a very prestigious university in America. You know what I'm saying? University of Texas in Austin, Hook'em Horns. You see I'm rocking my burnt orange like I do most days. And they was included in the scandal, right? So here's the news flash that the FBI has now been investigating. They're investigating rich, affluent, well-to-do people for bribing for their kids to get into school without the grades. Why is this fucking news? Like, I've always felt that you could pay your way into college no matter what your grades are.
I thought you could too.
Right. Like, it must be us because we black and that's just the understanding. But
As a check, like, you can go and get all F's, right?
right. Yeah. Like, why is that? Because schools are looking for endowments. They're looking for money. And if you got money, it's, you know what I'm saying? It
You want to
pays.
sing your child to fail? Fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, but they're not really failing. You're just doing it for the look, right? And we all know that's happening. So all these finance people are raising dumbass kids who know nothing about the world, but it's easy. A la the fucking president. You know what I'm saying? Rich money buys you a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And we can look at it on every spectrum of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It got R. Kelly out of jail, right? It got Donald Trump the presidency. Whatever you think about it. But goddamn, dog, this shit's not fucking rocket science. So she's the fall guy, right? She's the easiest person for them to get the fuck up out of here because she on Fuller House on Netflix, right? But they're not talking about these ex-CEOs of Yahoo Finance and all this other shit that got their dumbass kids going to school anyway, right? Fuck out of here. College is a joke. Let's call a spade a spade. College is a fucking joke. Unless you're going to do some shit where you need to go to school to be a doctor and learn, or not fucking law school, the books you can get from the library. It's a fucking joke. All they doing is referencing old cases anyway. Congratulations, you can do research. And you're getting paid thousands of dollars an hour because you can argue better. That's it.
I didn't know how Becky was on Fuller House.
Right.
Well, why is white privilege shocking? Like,
Right.
I'm just like, yo, I'm like more amazed that I'm like, yo, y'all didn't think white people did this? Like,
Right. All the black people in America was not shocked. At first, I didn't think it was a crime. It was like, it was your FBI. FBI. Like, what?
She probably was shocked, like, wait a minute, that's a crime?
So here's what, like, I actually am really ticked off by this for a lot of different reasons, right? And to your point, it's funny that you say that because I bet ain't like no just black people in that stain. You know what I mean? No regular black folks ain't doing that. Like, hey, I'm not stroking no check for you to fuck around and nobody's nothing in general terms. I'm just betting. To your point, but it disturbs me the more and more the details leak out, because although my belief system was that it's true, if you pay a big enough check or write a big enough whatever, they can go and do whatever. It seemed like it was more than that in this case, and I always point to the more than that part. To to parallel this, when it was some Baltimore City police officers that got in trouble. They was found they was stealing from drug dealers, doing all kinds of crazy shit. They had a Philadelphia officer involved in the NEEF and all of these kind of things. But I always said them officers didn't get in trouble for shaking down drug dealers and robbing people and selling drugs. They took a bag of the CVS drugs after the riot and sold it, right? From the police did.
Mm-hmm.
They got in trouble for stealing overtime. They was forging overtime in addition to that. So I feel like they wasn't mad that they were stealing from drug dealers. They was mad they were stealing from the state, from the funds.
Right.
Spin it forward with this school situation. It was a nonprofit. Dude set up a nonprofit and said, "Hey, give me the bribe, and I'm gonna bribe these teachers, these coaches on these teams." Right. But the problem that rubbed me real raw, despite the fact that deep down this side after you felt like this was getting done, that he made his situation a nonprofit. So the bribe money they was getting, they was claiming on the fucking back end on the taxes. I said, hold up now. Hold up. You understand what I'm saying? If you look at that, to me, who gets paid and who don't get paid when you run up the flagpole? When somebody ain't getting paid, why would the feds all of a sudden uncap that rich people can get their people in school? Why all of a sudden? Apparently it ain't. 11 is going back to 01, and they said it's not even over.
It ain't.
But they was cheating on their taxes behind it. If you ask
so that's why
they
got shit.
That's my take on it. And they want you and I and our kids to pull ourselves up from our own bootstraps. You understand? What the fuck, we ain't got no boots? Meanwhile, they lying like, just stroke the check. Ain't nobody got time for no boots and bootstrap shit. Just stroke the check. You understand? Them kids ain't even want to be there. Pay $100,000 and open their ass up a business and figure it the fuck out. Why are you paying $500,000 for them to go to USC and bullshit?
Yeah.
Oh man, piss
Get
me
him
off.
cool. Get him.
Yeah.
Hey, see, I didn't really know how deep it went, but now that you said that, I think that's probably what it came down to. It was like, look, we know y'all gonna do white shit. But not only are y'all doing white shit, y'all stealing from the government. Y'all are figuring out a way how to fuck us, and the government is the biggest fucking mafia there is. So it's like, you're not gonna do that. I mean, this whole thing about Black America doing things the right way. They want you to be such a square. Every politician. How the fuck can I look at America talking about fraud when you built this whole motherfucker on slavery? You was raping motherfuckers, killing motherfuckers.
That is the reason we're the #1 country in the world when you can produce and goddamn do everything for free. Of course we're a superpower when you can goddamn produce stuff for free. You didn't have to pay anybody to make the shirts or the cotton or this country was built off the backs of slaves, and anybody who thinks otherwise is fucking stupid. That's why we're #1.
That shit is crazy that Cool brought that up. Like, of course, like, it ain't the fact that what they trying to make it about. Their skill and it's about the education and all that.
No,
the other shit.
The back end. But check this out.
Hey, bro, that's why I've been telling you we should have brought Cool in.
Look, David Sadu steps down as president of East West Petroleum in the wake of college scandal. Vancouver businessman David Sadu stepped down as president of East West Petroleum. He is accused of paying $200,000 to have someone take the SATs for his son in 2011 and 2012.
Straight test tape.
Dog. Well, I'm in the wrong business. You talking about $100K for an SAT?
They said some of the motherfuckers was in the room. They said they would pay to have their child take the test in a private room and had somebody sitting beside them with their answers. Like, no, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Oh, wow.
You gotta understand, for Black people to have made, or make up 13% of the population, and to have created or invented everything damn near that we use and have, whether it's the medical field, whether it's in, just your everyday life.
Lights, super soakers, you name it, peanut butter, we on this shit.
We're brilliant. And the thing is, they have it to where, most white, and it's not about, I'm not trying to make it like this, to hate white people, whatever, but your average white American is not as genius and as great as they say. It's just that they have the privilege. They could do this. They can just go to college. They can go, even in public schools, they give them the tests. They give them the answers. They make sure that they elevate. All the while they're telling you to study hard. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely not new. We know that they really can't get into, look, you look at these neighborhoods like here, and I'm sure it's in Maryland as well as in Pennsylvania. You have these neighborhoods, upper echelon neighborhoods, $500,000 to $1 million homes. I mean, you think about the community, how many people there. You think every motherfucker there is a doctor? Every motherfucker there is a lawyer? Every motherfucker there is a professional? No way. They have access.
The name of this episode is From Lights to Super Soakers. Write that shit down.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. So, I don't know. I think, though, you reap what you sow.
Yep.
When they going sow, though?
You know?
They've been reaping them, and they really like...
It's an awakening happening, though, man.
But something's happening, man, because white people, the world on white people is starting to fall. It really, if you look at it, it's starting to crumble.
Which makes it a little more dangerous too. You know, you just got to be careful, like just how you move, how you talk, and all that. Just because you don't know what desperation will look like. And I'm dead serious.
Ain't nothing worse than a desperate white man. We black. We've been through the struggle. Like y'all can go from, bro. You can go from however much your house costs back to the hood and adjust. They can't do that shit. Like you know.
Man, you talk about world survival on some level. You know what I'm saying? And you can see why you would want to preserve your situation, your power, your position, right? It's even as I mature, it's even a natural thing to want to preserve your situation. That's not even unnatural. You see what I'm saying? When you I would want to preserve my situation, whatever it looks like, my power, my position, if I reach and attain a certain thing. So that's why you just then put a mirror up and build self, build children, build each other. You know, I'm just saying from a black and white perspective, that's where we can start. So the change is in us being 10 years apart. You feel me? And then the next time you talk to somebody that's 22. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and just talking about this and instead of the wrong thing, and wrong meaning the thing that doesn't empower us. You know, if we just the conversation of saying, hey, if you pay $500,000 for these kids, why not take $100,000 and open a business, right? Just that conversation is different than what your kid's gonna be when you grow up. A doctor. They fucked up. I mean, I appreciate everybody that told me I was special, but what you gonna be a doctor? They should have told me own clinic, own the commercial state that houses the clinics.
They don't want you to do that. As a black man, they don't want you to do that.
Well, we know it now, and that's the awakening. That's the fucking difference. We know that we didn't start in slavery. That's the difference.
Right.
The world is small. We know they want us to go back. It's a big difference. And that's, again, scary to a lot of people.
Right. And you know, that's what I tell my kids every day. Yo, I say, won't y'all figure out something that's going to change the world? Yep. If you don't do nothing else, figure out what y'all going to do that's going to change the world.
You ain't got to wait.
Right.
But see, the difference between, and that's why we got to sit back here and acknowledge the black man and the strength of being a black man. And what I said earlier was like, you can go from having the big house like Rel got. Because Rel got a big house. But you go from but Rel could, because you've been there. You from
South Baltimore, Cherry Hill. Yeah.
You from so you can go back like with white people that got money. Not saying that you got money, but I'm just saying. But when you take this,
we doing all right over here.
Like, when they gotta be poor, they gonna kill themselves. Like, I'm putting on this fucking roof. I'm not doing this shit.
They really do.
Like, my main thing be in life, right? I want to give my kids everything, and I don't want my daughter to ever see what I've seen as a kid. I'm determined. But if I had to go back there, I know how to move around that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't know that shit, so for them it's like, oh my God, where's the highest building? You get what I'm saying?
Drakes.
You said what?
Got this thing, man. So growing up in the projects is one thing. So my kids, they father grew up in the projects, shared the room with his sister till she went away to college, right? Shared a bed till he was in high school, and we got bunk beds, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know nothing about that, like my children, our children, just a generation below. Just like you said, they don't know, know certain things. So my wife and I call it, just think of Drake, think of Aubrey, right? Like the person he is, how he rap and how he talk. He cool now, but he really, he was privileged on some level in a certain way. He ain't grow up like Meek grew up. You feel me? And that was part of Meek's beef, in contention then. So our kids are gonna grow up more like Drake than like Meek kids.
Right.
I mean, like Meek. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I call it raising Drakes. We raising these kids, look like what?
All right.
What are you talking
That's
about?
an interesting question, though. How do we, as men who, I'm assuming we're all men who know the struggle, right?
Agreed.
Sure. How do our kids see a better life than, of course we want more for ours. Of course we want to do more or have more, of course. But our kids don't, my daughter don't know what it's like to have lights out or for months at a time or, she don't know how it is to open a bag of potatoes and fucking roaches fly out of it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I know that life. You know what I'm saying? So how do we, because I feel like there's a toughness that comes from being in that.
Yeah.
So how do we replace that without them living that? You know what I'm
you
saying?
can't because you can't because you're not going through that anymore, right? So you can't, for the sake of the argument, take them to the trap house and leave them there, right? you know what I'm saying? That's just not what you can do at this point. So
unless you know somebody with a trap house. I mean, I can make a call.
Right. I'm not incriminating nobody, but I'm saying. Go ahead, Juice.
Like, I take my kids, so my old neighborhood, South Park, I get their haircuts there. So when we go through, we ride MLK, we ride the old neighborhood. And, my son told me one day, he was like, I hate the hood. Every time you come over, you got to listen to it. I be listening to, NW. It just
get it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a vibe.
But, they see damn, we was living over there. We wouldn't. I grew up there, and now they live in the Galleria area in Houston, which is ritzy Drake type shit. For them, they ask questions. I'm like, this is where I grew up. I enjoyed this. You know what I'm saying? I take them near the old high school, so I kind of just, my lessons for them is, I worked hard to get from here. If you don't work hard enough, you can easily end up back here. You know what I'm saying? But don't ridicule these people. It's great people over here. You want to uplift and change this neighborhood. That's what we should be working towards. So I use those little micro lessons. They'll never know what it's like to be at the bus stop and gunshots go off and working at Fiesta on Cullen. That's why I went to the Navy. I was just like, yo, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I don't really have options. I just don't want to be here. They don't even have that. They starting Twitch accounts and YouTube streaming for video. They're on a whole new level. But I have to I take them back because I feel like my kids are they feel entitled. They do everything. They just feel entitled, and so I had to bring them back.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I feel you because sometimes I done told Bria stories, and Bria be like, "That's sad, Daddy. I want to cry." You know what I'm saying? And I be telling her stuff, and she be just like. And what I try to do is I tell her stuff though. I'm to a point now, and I'm not trying to protect my daughter. I am trying to protect my daughter. There's a lot of things I just want to be honest with her about. Right. You get what I'm saying? I just want to be blunt, and let her know what the situation is.
How old is she?
She'll be 10 in October.
Yeah.
So I'm just to that point where as though that's what I want. I want her to know what I've been through, because sometimes I feel like it's things that kids just feel like they're entitled to, and I'd be like, listen. You're not entitled to. You're not supposed to have a birthday party every year.
Right.
You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to have cable in your room.
Right.
You're not supposed to have that. When I was a young boy, it might have been cable in the living room, and your mom might have had cable.
Right, but so here's the devil advocacy to that, right? I'm all for it because I fucking hate birthday parties. I know, we had this conversation. I hate birthday parties. Don't get it twisted, right? Okay. I wouldn't have another fucking one if it wasn't for you know who. She who shall not be named on this podcast, right? But she suffered from the same thing that Malika do, right? But we only feel that way because of what we grew up in. Right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe we were supposed to have cable in our room. They just couldn't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, my mother literally told me I couldn't play Pop Warner football because she couldn't afford the $75 to pay for it, right? I didn't understand that then, right? All I knew that my cousin played for Northwood, all my friends played for Northwood, and I couldn't do it because of $75, right? And that number stuck out, right? My mother
you didn't
has
know it all these years later?
huh? Yeah.
You didn't know it all
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So, you know, and even going to my father and asking him for it, and he telling me no. Times were different back then, right? But you know, I've never missed a meal. My mother has always taken care of me, but for whatever reason, she couldn't do it then, so I didn't experience that, right? But so as I grow up, I'm like, I'm never gonna be in that situation where my kids tell me they want to do something and I'm not able to do it. You know what I'm saying? From Bob saying, "Yo, I want to do tennis." Fine, tennis lessons. My daughter, I want to do dance. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I go out of my way to make sure that happens. But I mean, like, go ahead, cool.
I get your point, bro, and I understand. I actually understand both sides, and I think that's the point, and I think that's actually the whole point. Like, if I raised a Drake, to be brutally honest, if my son turned out to be Drake, get it? Like, you be like, damn, my son Drake. You get it? You know what I'm saying? So it's one thing to do so much for them that they feel like they're entitled and privileged, because the world ain't like that. I don't give a fuck where you grow up. We all know that as men. You can. That's why you want to get them. That's why you go get their hair cut where they can see it, Juice, because it does matter. You know what I'm saying? Right. So yes, we want to be able to provide, even if it's something as small as $75, because the experience is what we do. That's why we live where we live. You know, protect them from certain things. There's nothing wrong with, you know what I mean, with that scenario. But I think the knob can get broken. We understand that too. We would be fools to believe that the knob can't get broken the other way, where you turn into 25 and you like, what? Daddy, give it here too. You know what I'm saying? I think the balance is in. There's a toughness. There's a diamond out of coal when you from a certain situation that translates.
It's
you
know
what I'm saying? If you're not threatening them people used to say, is the wire, when I was in residency, now we're doing surgery and all that kind of stuff. And they'd be like, is the wire real? And I used to say, the wire is watered down where I'm from. And they'd be so mad at this shit going on the floor, and so talk to me a certain way. I say, if you're not threatening my existence, if you ain't threatening my life, everything else is all right. Because where I'm from, if you ain't know how to move, your life was getting threatened. You know
real shit though, right? When we was in the Navy, motherfuckers like, I can't have nobody yelling at me. Nigga, what a motherfucker gonna say to me that my mama ain't saying? Like, I don't really know me. Like, my mama yelled at me and saying some true shit to me. A motherfucker that's just saying some shit just to say it. You said, but a motherfucker gonna yell at me and I get the check. You know how many years I'm gonna get yelled at? They get no money. The name of this episode is If I Was Raising Drake. I'm sorry, I can't. That shit is real, though. Like, it's a toughness that comes. I'm so determined not to go back to, like, I'm so determined for my daughter not to see it. I just want them to have that hunger. And I'm curious as to, since they're not going through it, don't have the hunger of going through it, how do we give them that as a substitute? You get what I'm saying? Because you still want them to have that hunger.
I want my daughter and son to not be aloof when they walk into a space in an area or a neighborhood. I want them not to be the mark getting robbed because they know better or move better or they look the part. That's the kind of edge I'm looking for. I don't want them to be in the streets and not duck from bullets for real, but I want them to be able to identify the shiesty nigga moving in the crowd and let me get the fuck out of here.
Right.
It's funny. My homegirl was telling me, she was like, yo, you really do be on point. I'm like, fucking right. I'm always self-aware of everything that's going on around me. Anything within my line of sight, immediately in front of me, in my peripheral, I see it all. Right? You know what I'm saying? Something moving to the left of me, something moving to the right. I got to know. Right? Like, and if I don't.
Restaurants. Clubs,
I don't care, yo. The fucking mall, the parking lot. When I look around the corner when I step out my house every day, right? I got a pillar in front of my house that I hate because it's a fucking blind spot for me, right? So I automatically got to be on guard walking to my house every day.
Hold on, you want to say something?
Yeah,
real quick. I've never been robbed before. but I do not like having cash on me, dog. Like, I feel so uncomfortable with large amounts of cash on me. Like, first of all, I always wear. I'm
Sweatpants.
real. I always wear ball shorts underneath whatever I got on, unless I'm really going out. I really wear ball shorts. Like, if I got my rent money on me, my rent money going right in my ball shorts. Like, they're not going in my regular pants. You get what I'm saying? Because if a motherfucker robbed me, I never been robbed, but I just don't want to. I can't go. I feel like I can't go home without the rent money. I can't. I'm sorry, dog. Like, motherfucker, listen, you gonna have to pop me or something, because ain't no way I can go to the house and I ain't got this fucking rent money.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So
And I seen you with ball shorts under your tux one day, keeping it a bean.
Why don't you tell people that?
I did, yo.
No, he's lying. I had to think about
The name of the episode is Ball Short Under My Tux.
It's not gonna look right. The way it looks.
I know for me, like, I always wanted to aspire higher than where I was from. So, like, I think even when I was in the Navy in Virginia, I don't think people ever believed I was where I was from. So I had a homie that DJs here. He lives here now. Like, he's doing really good. And he came from Virginia Beach with me here, like, when I moved back. And he was like, dog, why everywhere we go, we in the hood? I was like, because, nigga, that was my first time back home. Living here, I was like, I don't know anybody anywhere else. Like, this is where I'm at. And he was just like, at times he'd be like, man, this is kind of sketchy. But I'm like, you good. Like, everywhere we went, we was good. And it's like, it's a weird spectrum because, like, my group of friends, it's like a Rice graduate, engineer, myself, veteran, you know what I'm saying? My wife's a nurse practitioner. We all went to the same high school. But I got an OG Crip homie, an OG blood homie. Like, the spectrum is so wide in the hood, too, of, like, people that went on to do different things.
But it's a blessing that you're able to move like that, Juice. Like, that's a blessing.
It is. Pay for that.
It is. But I wanted to, like, I didn't want to be the dope boy. I didn't want to do those things. And it's like, that was kind of my message to, like, I think some guys feel like they got to wear their hood on they back. It's like, dude, you know, you can I'm proud of where I'm from, but right. You can be something different too. You can aspire to be something different. That's all I want to do. But it is like, I love to be able to go back though, do something different, talk the political talk I talk, and like my homies that may be doing whatever they do respect that. They like, you know, I like that you did that.
Because the hood is not the thought process of what TV makes it like. There's a whole bunch of bad things going on in the hood. It's a whole bunch of bad guys and a whole bunch of thugs, and it's not. And like one thing about like the guys that I grew up with, and we hang out now. And what's crazy was we hung out last Saturday, and an older guy who hadn't seen us all together since teen, he's like, man, y'all still be together, huh? Like, and we all took different routes in life, and we respected each other for the routes that we had to take. You get what I'm saying? No matter what it was. But so it's more than just that one guy in the hood that hustle or whatever like that. It's always the guys who that might have a minimum wage job and got to figure that out, or like guys like us who I was the same way. When I went to Job Corps, I took my ASVAB test in Job Corps. My grandma said, "Oh, you should wait 6 months and go in." I waited 2 weeks and I went to the Navy because I felt like it wasn't nothing out there for me. You get what I'm saying? Until I figured out what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of saved me from being back out there like that.
The hood is only the hood, right? And we differentiate the real estate aspect of it from the mentality aspect of it. But the real estate aspect of it is only the hood because somebody took out a map, put a red magic marker around certain aspects all over this country and said,
put the niggas
these
here.
are undesirables, right? We don't want to live here. We're not lending here. Right, the tax money you don't get is going to the school system. You don't give a shit about. You understand? So the people that got trapped coming back, black people from after the world wars, our people, even wherever they moved from, moved from the South and came up, didn't move from the South and migrate north, right during that time. You know, and so they we are all of a blend of a certain kind of folks. We are the engineers. We are. That's why in my wedding party you can have a daggone engineer. You can have Cuzzo, or you know what I mean, Department of Justice worker. We come from the same hood, but we got drug addiction, we got overdose, and we got, you understand? Marnie, shout out to Lamont Johnson, man.
Yeah.
Young brother. I'm away at school, but Marnie was a natural born leader. Got caught up in the circumstances of being, you know, gentrified in a certain way. And we talked about how he got a ride to go. He's from Mervo, got a ride to go to Morgan State University. You understand? SATs was higher than mine. I came home from medical school to this boy's funeral, and he ain't make 21. He was 20 years old, just because of certain circumstances. You feel me? Now, we can pretend like that didn't exist, but go to NPR and talk about the red line and the fact all over this country.
Southern doctrine. It's all the same.
Yeah. From California to Philadelphia to Baltimore to Texas, like all parts.
Oakland, Chicago, you name it. It was there. Here, yeah.
On the Tillis Day side of the game. It's you know, so it infuriates me on a lot of different levels for the same.
And we really need more brothers like you too, Cool. And I have quite a few other friends like ourselves who come from these neighborhoods. You know, there was no prestige, but you look at where you're at now. Like, brothers really got to see that. Like, that's the hustle you want to take. That's where you want to be. And I feel like now we are seeing more of that, but we definitely need to get these guys together more and just talk to guys and let them know it's not that hard to obtain, you know. And you said another key thing, not just be the doctor, but own the clinic. Like, that's one thing I talked to my wife about. Like, okay, you got the MP, you know what I'm saying? You can have a clinic like that. You can get, you know, she have doctors in her family. Like, y'all could come together and we can really have like a franchise of this shit and do it. Man. So I love what I see black people doing right now. I really think there's a small renaissance going on. We just got to connect the dots. Everybody got to get to, come together in some form, and just kind of, push a different narrative.
You know what's missing? What's missing in this generation is, when I was a kid, there were guys who were doing things but wouldn't let you do it. It was guys that was on the corner and living a certain life, and they wasn't letting you do it. So, what you doing down here? Why you on the corner? Dog, I don't want to see you on this corner. Out of respect for your family or whatever, that's how I was. You know what I'm saying? So my old heads was never going to let me, if they was out there living that kind of life, they wasn't letting me do that because they knew your family. You get what I'm saying? And how that made you look as far as, I don't know, for whatever reason they did that. Maybe they banged with you like that or the respect of your family or whatever. They didn't want to see you do that. Yo, just because I'm doing this, and I bet not see you out here, I'm going to bust your ass on that type time. You get what I'm saying? And that's what's missing now. It's like, it was a time where before, if you wanted to hustle, nah, man. I bet not see you with nothing. To it being a time now where it's why would I hold it when I can get young boy to do it? You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference in the old heads. As much as you want to blame these young cats for being the way they are, the guys that they respect and look up to on dropping, the guys that's out there in that world should be encouraging you not to be out there in that world. You get what I'm saying? Instead of bringing you in and, come on, we're gonna do this together. That's the difference I feel like, and why these young cats, if you do got some sense, they're not trying to listen to you after. I can't hear. No. Said you couldn't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I heard you.
All right.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, let me ask y'all something. Y'all hear about the Russell Westbrook threatening the fans thing?
Yep.
All right, now I look at that and I feel like it's a.
You can't hear Cool?
Uh-uh.
You can't hear Neef, or you just can't?
I can hear you. I can't hear Neef.
Can you hear Juice?
What's up?
I can hear Juice.
I would say, want me to X out and come back? Y'all go into that. I'm gonna X out and come back and see what happens.
All right. He was talking about Russell Westbrook, being threatened with a fan and shit or whatever.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, there we go.
Bet. All right.
I gotta pee. Y'all go ahead. I gotta pee though.
All right. Talking about the fan out in Utah getting banned. You know what I'm saying, for getting into it with Russell Westbrook. One fan called him a boy. Another fan, I don't care, whatever. The NBA, like they were saying the other day, Russell Westbrook has more problems with fans than anybody. I think because one, he's a polarizing figure, right? He walks through the world with a chip on his shoulder, and he play the same way. And you either hate it or love it, right? So Nike about to do a commercial with him, Russell Westbrook versus everybody. Like they got to come up with a campaign, right? They got to capitalize and goddamn get paid off of this. And Nike, I'm gonna sue y'all for my intellectual property if that come out. Cut the check. But like it's always something going on. Like, you know, when he was talking about the little boy just touched him. You got Russell Westbrook standing in front of you. You make it seem like the little boy swung on him when I first saw it. He just literally reached out and touched him. But you know, it's cool if you interact with a fan that you slam dunk on LeBron and you put your hand out and then you slap him, right? You know what I'm saying? That's still fan interaction. And in the NBA, you're so close to the action that a basketball player can literally land on top of you, right? It's not like that in the NFL because you got the bench, you got the coaches, you got the bikes, then you got a railing that's 10 feet off the ground. The NBA, a motherfucker can be on top of you if you ain't paying attention. Right, you know what I'm saying? Be on your phone if you want to, dog. LeBron is coming through with his size 18 shoe, right? So I just think that, you know, the proximity to it matters, right? And the same thing with baseball because you got the wall attached to it, but they still get wild shit said to them too out there in the field.
You say the fact that the man told them to get on your knees. I know you're used to it.
I'm not, but I mean, like, that's fans being fans. Like, nothing's worse than soccer fans. They literally kill you. You know what I'm saying? For missing a fucking goal. It's the NBA. That shit soft, B.
I feel like Russell Westbrook, it kind of comes like you know what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying? If you're a professional wrestler, and I think they catch it more than anybody. As far as the crowd and how
right.
take things,
you know
what I'm saying, interacting and stuff like that. We've seen bottles and stuff like that thrown. I understand to a certain extent. Me being a man, if somebody in the crowd told me, "Oh, get on your knees," like I'm not gonna tell. He told him, "I will fuck you up and your wife." That's what Westbrook told him.
So what? Kevin Garnett told Melo his wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, and he was on the same court.
Listen, that's
I
the
shot
worst I've
that
ever heard.
straight up. I don't give
If a nigga tell me, my wife tastes like, you're not even gonna finish your sentence. Your wife tastes like poop pop, poop pop. You would go.
You know, 40 gonna be like, how the fuck you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that to the nigga though.
Nigga, hey, look, dog. Look, I got niggas that'll do it for a Gucci belt.
right.
Hey, cool.
I had to tell him.
If it was a phone call, I could dig it. But if you in my face and say it, that's just instincts. Poop,
So on a Russell tip though, I'm squarely on Russell's side with this.
Me too.
And the reason is because I don't think there's assumption that you can say whatever you want to say to me just because you paid for a ticket. There's enough people that's willing to pay for that ticket that ain't gonna have the racial component of it. And if we talk, like, it's probably hard enough to be an alpha male. I don't even know Russell Westbrook like that because some of that shit that he wears is not alpha. But like it's clear that his demeanor says alpha, right?
Right.
To be an alpha male, like, you not finna say no racist shit to me. We know Salt Lake City got a history of racist stuff going on. Boston, another city, they try to pretend like Adam Pac-Man Jones played for the Orioles was lying when they said somebody was calling me nigga or monkey or whatever it was.
Oh, Adam Jones.
Yeah, Adam Jones.
Adam Jones, right.
When he was said the dude was doing like one guy out of a stadium. No, the racist history of Boston suggests that he was right. You understand that somebody was calling him what's name? The last people to integrate and all of that shit. You know, them kids and couldn't go to school. So the Renaissance, the awakening, whatever you want to call it for black folks, right? I'm not just like, oh, well, I'm not happy to be here. And I'm gonna get that motherfucker the fuck out of here because I will fuck him and his wife up.
As true as that is, and I totally agree. What do we talk about when we talk about Hank Aaron? Was it Hank Aaron? Who the first black man to play?
Right. So
like,
fuck that passive shit.
You talking about Jackie Robinson?
Fuck that passive
You talking about Jackie Robinson?
Jackie Robinson. What he had to deal with in the lack of money.
Shit. Is
like,
it clear?
No, I feel you. I feel you all day.
I ain't being disrespectful. I'm saying that's where we at now. The passive shit ain't enough. You can't pay me enough. You can castrate me. You will take my money out my bank account. You will Kareem Hunt. You will do. That shit don't matter the way it used to a generation ago. That's what I'm saying.
But see,
it's not enough for you to what's the limit then? What's the limit?
I feel you.
Like the reason they that close with access is because of money. Run it up the pole. Who getting paid? They that close because they can sell a real estate for them tickets the way that they do. If they can fix it by getting the motherfuckers off the court, you can fix it by getting them out of the game. It's a lot of stuff that they could do to say. If they say we ain't playing, guess what'll get fixed?
True.
And so I'm just squarely on the side of the player. Like little boy, don't touch me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't touch my space, don't touch my hair, don't touch my culture. None of that shit. That's where I'm at with it.
Now, I totally feel you. On that. But the league has been the league. You knew what you was getting into when you was getting into it. And for the money that Westbrook make a year, give me that. Like I said, this motherfucker can't say nothing. Somebody who I love. If Rel say some shit to me, it mean a motherfucker in the crowd, I'm making $25 million a year.
So what's the number?
What you talking about?
What number? What's the number where you made enough in life where nobody could say anything to you? What's the number?
Right, but
say a number. Say a number. At this number, nobody would say nothing to me. 100 million?
What I'm saying is this.
What's the number, Nee?
I don't got a number. Listen, right?
I'm asking you to think.
Yeah, she think it's no. What's the number, dog?
What's the number? When you say you better not say shit to me, I'm gonna bust you your shit. I don't need no 25.
A number a year? How many?
Period. A number in life.
This number. What's the number? All right, can we agree to this? That your number might be different than mine.
Yes.
Right? I might say $1 billion. Nobody they say shit to me no more. I might say $100 million. Russ Book might say $50 million. Don't nobody say ain't none of this shit worth it no more. That's all I'm saying. And I think it's a level of that's where people are with it in general. And that's all I'm saying. And that's gonna be different than everybody else. And I don't even think it make it wrong. Because I think you're right. Like my skin is way thicker than that nigga's skin.
Right.
I'd be like this. You know what I'm saying? Me, Michael Smith, right now. But I give allowance for somebody to be like, don't fucking touch me. By the same
I can now the touch me thing is a different thing than somebody saying something to me.
Or you can't say nothing to me, I'm saying. Anything
right.
to me.
So if you yelling something from the crowd, like, dog, I'm not give me Westbrook check and I'm cool. Give me Westbrook, give me 1 year check at Westbrook and I'm straight. Give me one. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, somebody who I love. Or Mike, you saying something to me, you talking about somebody who he don't know me. He don't know my life. My mom saying some shit. My dad saying some shit to me that they really know me. I'm not going to
I hear you. I'm asking you to dig deeper is all.
But you said something key. You said alpha male. So the thing is this, as men have not been regarded as being men in history. So that's why Jackie Robinson couldn't say nothing. Hank Aaron getting threatened. So we're growing up now saying, he ain't about the money. I can have $1 billion. If a man comes into my space and he says something disrespectful to him, my nature tells me I must check his ass. And I don't give a fuck what we talking about in front of his bitch. It's like if you come and let's say my girl there, like especially my woman there, you come say as a man, if a nigga come say some shit, it could be my side bitch, nigga. Like if you say something crazy as a man, I must let you know I'm a lion. Yeah. And so I'm going to show you what they on the court. Look.
Juice, you breaking up. I ain't hear nothing you said.
Okay, so I thought it was just me. That's why I just went in and out.
Okay, yeah, I can hear me now.
I got you now.
But no, like, I feel what y'all saying. To me, we got to break it down a little more. When a motherfucker say to me, face to face or within 5 feet, and a motherfucker say to me 50 feet away, it's two different things. I'm not, listen, man, I might have the worst temper on this podcast. I think I just feel like as I get older, it's like, okay, you're saying this to me for what? What do you want from saying this to me? I'm not giving you the satisfaction of the response you're looking for.
So that's so to your point. Now that's perfect. That's a perfect example. So really, you got to give yourself credit, Neef, because that's a maturity that really money can't buy. That's a nature right now at this point where you know how you could it, and you say to yourself, "Boy, if I was, you could paint the picture." You see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is there was a point where somebody couldn't say nothing to you.
Right. I mean, listen, if you let Ralph tell it, somebody said something to him, and I was like, "Hold up, what's the problem?"
You know what I'm saying? So
you can't say nothing to nobody I love at a certain extent, but the money I'm making, it's like I have to come to a point where it's and don't get me wrong, I'm not like this every day. You catch me on that wrong day, I might be the motherfucker jumping into that crowd.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know,
hey,
I think that's what it is.
We've already experienced that though. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker threw a beer on Ron Artest.
Yeah.
And they got it in.
What you said, Juice?
Neve, I know you said, I remember this some shows ago, you said something that you would find very disrespectful that you don't want to hear. So let's say if you out there balling and a nigga look at you and be like, "Hey, you can suck my dick."
In my face? I would want to say...
What if you took it up and I was like, "You can suck my dick with your nut ass"?
Yeah, suck my dick, pussy. If you tell me suck my dick, pussy, in my face... I can't even control my body. Like, my hands just, like, automatically just... Like, that's like... And then think about it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Sometimes when your body just naturally react... I mean, I hope for the greater good of myself and the maturity of myself that I wouldn't. But... Yeah,
I can get it. So, I mean, I think that's
like... See, that shit right there, man. But I'm not making the money he making either. Like, if we on a... you don't even gotta argue with that man. For real. You don't need look at the money you making, man. You give me 19, 20.
But no, I'm saying the racial stuff. The racial stuff you're not letting slide no more. Fuck you, Westbrook. He ain't reacting to that. But the whole boy and all that shit on your knees, I think that's a different reaction. And I'm here for it. I'm here for checking. You know, I'm here for checking them in the moment on that.
So let me ask you this though. Do you think the fact that it's been, because this is something, you know, I'm a sports guy, so it's something talking about having you on all sports networks and all that. Don't that kind of put a target on your back? Now, we all parents, right?
Get them out to see.
Hold on. Sorry. We parents, right? When we talk to our kids, what do we telling our kids? If somebody say something like that to them, are we not telling them to ignore it, or are we telling them to be hands-on with a situation like that?
But all right, so what we tell our kids, I think, is different than what I would tell my adult son. You know, you know, because at some level we teach them and train them and get them stuff, and then they go and make their own decisions. So you ain't gonna be, you know, like in general terms, you're not gonna be able to control but so much from a child standpoint, like. And it really just boils down to kind of who you are in that moment. I don't know. Maybe somebody else. Go ahead. What you think?
I teach my sons. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like when I was growing up, I was like one of the only light-skinned niggas around in my little crew. So I was like, I had to throw some hands at some point, you know. And so my sons, I just tell them straight up, like, check shit at the gate. I ain't saying you gotta hit a motherfucker, but if they say some wild shit, hey, it's not finna be that. Now, if you letting that person know it's not finna be that, results in some hands thrown, then that's just what it is. But I keep it real. I don't want to be the parent to where it's like I'm telling you this at this point, but I switch the lesson down the line. Like my whole point is, as a man, you gotta check shit at the gate. Don't let it slide. We not letting nothing slide.
Light skinned dudes gotta fight to survive.
I mean, to Juice's point, I actually had this scenario with my son, Mike. Terrell, we might have talked about this before. So he's in the 5th grade. A grade ago, 4th grade, he was getting bullied. Now my son wears glasses, so he's a glasses wearer. He's a Drake, you know, nerdy kind of. I love him though, you know what I mean? But
I love him though.
You know, cause he not hood. Like, you know, hood 9-year-olds is different than Drakey 9-year-olds. They just are, right? So when we used to joke about the Drake kind, you play them in the hood leagues when you playing basketball, and you be like, look at them county boys over there. So my son is now one of them guys. But good. Like, he, you know, so, but he got some hype to him, and he been playing football for a couple years. So he was getting, when I finally went into the school and I like see what's going on, the dude like a half a foot shorter than my son. So I'm like, what is going on? Now I've never been no fighter. Nobody ever confused me with no tough guy. But my nickname is Cool, kind of by birth. I don't even, because that just was my nature. I've been cool. I don't react. Like for a long time, I've been like that, right? But I also was instilled like, don't let nobody do nothing to you. Don't let nobody like bully you and all that kind of. So we home. Like, if you don't knock the shit out this boy, if he come up to you, right, we home actively telling our son to hit him back. You won't get in trouble. I say, I promise you, you will be allowed to play your video games if the story I'm dead serious.
No, for real. For real.
Hit you first. You hit him back, and both of y'all got suspended or however it go. You will be not only not punished, you will be rewarded on some level. Because what's not finna happen is you just go to school and let him jack you up and all that kind of stuff. What happened, fellas? He goes to school, at some point in the future, gets into the fight with the same little boy, takes his football strength at a defensive end, you understand? And wrestles this boy up against the locker. Last time he fought the boy at it, he got into a couple more fights, and like within a month, the bullying stopped because you defend yourself. Now, I'm not even saying, that's what you're supposed to, but like I'm saying, that's what I told my son to do. Where I stand about what I would tell him when he's different than a man is at 25, he has to understand checking himself, checking his emotions. That's the lesson. That was 2 years ago. That's the lesson now. We're going through you can't act like the 9-year-old version of you. You got to check it. So when I say come here or give me your phone or, do this, ain't none of that. Because the world ain't going to treat you like that. You do that, they're going to look at you 12, you 20 and shoot you like they did Tamir Rice. That's what the world going to do to you. So all of that shit is the same. It's the same lesson on the opposite side of the coin, but, that's how we carry it.
And that's what I explained to my soon-to-be 14-year-old, because as soon as I tell him something, he has to say something back, right? So, Tyree, you burnt the cookies. I ain't burnt. I said, Tyree, what do I do professionally? Right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you chef. What is my passion in the world of cooking? Baking. So, I'm telling you, as a fucking professional, and as your father who loves you, that you burnt the cookies, right? So now your response should be, Dad, how do I get better? Right? What do I do to not do that? Right? You know what I'm saying? Because I got that for you. But to be quick to just say something out your mouth, that shit got to stop. Because I'm going to embarrass you. Right? And I told him, I said, your cousin literally lost his father at your same age. I'm not going to be here fucking forever. Take these lessons right now. We literally had this happen in our family 7 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog. Cut that shit out. You got to grow the fuck up. Because those 4 years going to happen. Quick. You know what I'm saying? You 14 this year, 18 going to come quick.
Right.
Middle school is over, dog. You got one more quarter. This is it. This your last 9 weeks.
It's going to get different. Yo, I want to go back. Cool said he's been cool since birth. God damn. I've been cool. They've been calling me cool. It's like, hey, God damn. That's some player shit if I ain't never heard no player shit before.
That nigga say it's just
I've been cool since I was born.
Ask about it.
Yo, cool. What the fuck I am?
I definitely think that's true, man. I mean, especially as raising black boys, it's kind of fucked up, but you have to train them in this dual way. They have to be able to survive rough situations, and then they also have to become a little tame when dealing with the white beast. Because if they show too much masculinity, which I'm telling my sons, never back off your masculinity, but it's like, the beard and, your black is very scary. So it's like, you have to deal with them a certain way. So it's just really, you got to drive that home. Even with my daughter, who is 13, she just turned 13 March 11th. I'm always telling her, like, you're a beautiful black woman who's smart. So you're going to have some issues with really black women, with other black women, and white bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to be on your game. You got to be the best of the best all the time. You got to always have your head on a swivel. And I think about that. I'm like, man, that's really just like the lessons we have to teach our kids, man. It's so rigorous.
Like, what's crazy is You know, I have a 4-year-old who I'm helping raise, and he's a boy, and all the girls are older. Well, he's a twin, so his sister is younger, but she's bigger. So I be like, you know, trying to toughen him up, like, yo, dog, listen, all that crying, like, at 4 years old, like, yo, dog, you a cannon, like, shake that shit off, dog. Like, he's like, no, he called me Hanis. He's like, Hanis, no. I'm like, yo, dog, listen, don't come to me, don't ask me for nothing in tears. You better fix your face when you come back. You some shit. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like that's what you got to be from the womb. Like
Right.
at these young ages, man, I'm not accepting that. Like, no, you got to know. He crying. Give me Avery took. Yo, go get your ball back, dog. Like, you just got your ball. It's Avery. Like I said, Avery like taller than him. So like Avery running around with his ball, and he like, I need Avery got my ball. I'm like, listen, dog, don't come to me with it. You need to go ahead and fix that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and now that should be like from young boy ages, man. Like, I'll be on that type of time. Do y'all have that conversation? Cause y'all got older boys, the birds and the bees, and all that. Y'all got boys and girls. So
Right.
what's the difference? What's the difference in them conversations? Because now, like I said, Avery, now what happened was T hit me. She like, the daycare called and told me it was kiss some girl at daycare. Like, oh my young boy, get wild, get that bother of me. But no, I'm not accepting that from Avery though. Like, so what is that like for y'all having older children and those conversations?
I know it's niggas want to carry my daughter's books now, so like we're talking like
Right.
my boys they still like they still on some.
Your daughter the oldest.
She's the oldest.
Okay.
And this nigga's name's Amari. Like
damn,
like,
you got his whole
like,
shit paid.
Like the nigga names, like it's Amari and niggas like this. Like yeah, he want to hold my books and so then that's when we had to have a conversation. I'm like you're changing, you're developing. Boys see that because she asked me one day like when we were in the 6th grade, boys were like trying to hit us and run. Well now 7th grade, niggas trying to carry the books and come to class and walk me to my. So I had to explain like, okay, well, here are some of the changes that's happening. You know what I'm saying? This is why. It's delicate, but I keep it real. I mean, they are not explicit conversations, but I'm definitely saying, she knows she's growing breasts. She knows that what it looks like to have fitted jeans on, and I'm telling her, guys are visual. This is the puberty age. They are looking at you in a sexual manner. And so I have to ask questions like, yo, are you kissing? Have you kissed anybody? Like, I have to ask those questions because as parents, that's kind of what you got to do at this age.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Juice, I guarantee you was younger than your daughter's age when you first kissed somebody.
Yes, I was.
Right.
How did I know that?
In fact, I'm actually. That's why I'm concerned now because at 12, I finger popped. I sucked some titties.
For real.
So this is good that we do this like this because obviously I had no real clue.
Bree calling me. Let me text him.
Mm-hmm.
But I said Bree calling me.
But it leads to.
Is this a smoke free part? Because I'm gonna fire this up. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Do that thing. Funny.
Are you laughing? Serious like a motherfucker.
So the reason is because listen, man, my mother on Darlene Round. My mother, Darlene Smith. She was very kind of no holds barred with me when I was young. There was a lot of stuff that maybe I don't know in retrospect, but whatever's questionable for what you share with your children and all of that stuff. So I always growing up thought of that as a positive, right? And so thank God for my wife. Shout out to wifey, where we share the same belief where explicit, no holds barred conversations have to happen. And I'm gonna give you an example. It just happened. And the reason is because my daughter, she'll be 13 in a month or so. She's developed. She's wears my wife's clothes, the old clothes and all that. She can do all of that. Is sized a little bigger than my wife in certain areas now. She goes to all girls school, but she's going to be, likely transitioning when that co-ed situation happened. They all want it. We as men, we're gonna all want it. The nice one, the one that's carrying the books, the main one, the smart nerdy one, the friend zone one. We all want it. That's a conversation that has to happen. I feel like the kids got so much leeway, so much access to stuff and misinformation with the internet and these smartphones that we'd be wise as especially as dads to tell them as much and as possible. So my 10-year-old likes this girl. Terrell was on the thread with it. Likes this girl. He got a girlfriend in the 5th grade. I was doing stuff in the 3rd grade. I'm trying to tell my wife like, yo, I don't believe they ain't doing nothing because we was doing stuff in the 3rd grade, like stuff. You understand? And she like, no, they not. So I believe they not because they kind of drakey, right? But
kind of drinking.
But my son likes this girl, and she you know, she a little, I don't want to say fast, but she's older than him. She's older than him, and he changing. And all I had to say was like, look, man, the same way your sister is changing, he knows what her period is and all that kind of stuff. Because he's 10, she should be 13. Like, technically, that means she can have a baby. Like, so that's shocking, but that's what that means.
Right.
You know, like, and we feel, like, if you don't share, somebody gonna let you know that. And I said, in the next 4 years, you gonna be able to shoot, because he didn't want to talk about the girl. He didn't want to say, you know, he was crying, he didn't want to tell us stuff about it. We trying to ask him his involvement. But you gonna be able to shoot something out your penis that can make you be able to have a child in the next 4 years, is what I told him. He 10. Because it is. Like, so, and now, I said, so I naturally, whether you uncomfortable or want to or not, the fact that you're involved in a girl or, you know, like a girl, so to speak, the conversations have to elevate it whether you're ready to have this comfort level or not. Because you can make a mistake and have a whole human when it get down to it. So that's how we carrying it.
I can definitely dig it.
Yeah, I know that I'm gonna definitely have to step it up. I mean, she understands what sex is because I mean, she just had a newborn sister, so she know like how the fuck that baby get. You out here, she understands sex. She understands what it is because now I'm gonna tell you what really opened the conversation up. Now she has friends. She got a homie that identifies being gay in the 7th grade. He thinks he's gay. You know what I'm saying? She got a homegirl. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, bisexual. I'm like, okay. So now we really got to step it. Okay, look, this is what this is. This is what this ain't. Because she's seeing it all. She's seeing it all. So it's like, it's wild, man. But I'm like, damn, like, niggas. So sex is in their face. She go to a school that's a mixed school, you know, in a nice neighborhood. So, you know, being around white kids, they just, you know, they walk into class and be like, fuck it, I'm not doing it today, teacher type shit. So it's like, what kind of freedom is this, you know? So definitely have to talk though. And my boys, I mean, damn, you're right, 10, 11. I mean, it's coming. I'm sure it's coming. So, but I didn't get talked to about sex. I mean, I was fucking. That's why I started fucking at 15. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, never got that. My great uncle bought me these old ass condoms, and they was all stuck. They was all together, and they were red, and you could see what color the condoms was through the packaging. Like it had a back part, then the front part was clear, and I was just like,
it was a free kind. It was the library kind.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think this is the move right here. This ain't it.
But so imagine being talked about sex. Imagine it not being uncomfortable the first time you do it. That's all I'm saying. Let's elevate the conversation with our kids, because that's the only thing we got.
Yeah. Right. Because if you don't have a conversation,
or their peers gonna be telling them, what the fuck do they
exactly know? Right.
Hey, because on my first time, nigga, I tried to put that condom on. I said, fuck it, and I just raw dogged it. And that was, like, really not a smart thing. Yeah, I mean, I did. I was just like, fuck it, because, like, my dick started going down a little bit. I was like, man, fuck this. I got to get this, and I did it. So, but think about how dangerous that could have been.
Right.
You know, so somebody should have guided me a little more, you know, maybe, you know, on even the type of condom to get, you know.
Oh, yeah, I was definitely living reckless. Like, I was, whoo.
You can't let that be the reason why you don't have these kind of conversations. Like it gotta be had, man. It gotta be a trust factor. Like right now, what I'm working on right now with my daughter is just in general, I need her to trust me. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't need her to feel like she got to lie to me. So I'm just saying, I think I'm very stern, but I want her to feel as though if you tell me the truth, you're not gonna get in trouble. And that's where I'm battling at. Please tell me the truth. Just be honest with me.
Yeah, you're already intimidating, though, dog. That right there could be scary enough.
And I said, from now on, you ask me anything, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I need the same thing from you. So any question you ask me, I'm not sugarcoating nothing for you no more. I'm keeping it a whole 100, and I need you to be that same way with me because, like I said, it's too dangerous. It's too many. It's too much of a risk. I need to trust her. I need her to trust me, and I need those lines of communication to be very clear going into these years that's coming up for her.
No drugs either. I don't want you to be a pill popper. Don't get into the whole junkie generation. If you want to hit some weed, further down the line, holla at me. Like, for real, like, we can do that, but holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Let me, at least with that. But, like, pills, and, I mean, these kids, man, they're doing, like, syrup and fucking Xanny. And, I mean, it's crazy. Like, they are junkies.
They crushing shit up and snorting shit. Like, you can have shit in your medicine cabinets for some shit that ain't even on no get high enough, and then that's where it's at when they really on that type of time, man. Like, your medicine cabinet ain't safe. So let me ask y'all, right? Meek Mills and Nipsey Hussle talking about a joint album,
right?
And then we got Drake and Future talking about what a time to be alive too. How y'all feel about either one of them? Are you looking forward to one more than the other?
I look forward to Meek and Nipsey more than Drake and Future.
They so different, man. I can't. That shit probably be crazy, Nipsey and Meek, man.
Ooh, I don't know though. That shit gonna be gangster though.
Subject matter gonna be elevated. I'm gonna get more. I already know. Matter wise, I'm gonna get more out of Nipsey Meek collabo than I would Future and Drake. I'm gonna be able. My wife's gonna like Future and Drake, but I'm gonna not like Nipsey and Meek. I already know it.
But Nipsey and Meek's gonna be crazy too.
I'm going to that Meek show tonight, man. I'm headed out there tonight. I'm with my brothers talking shit.
Yeah.
This shit coming, Juice. Juice should hit you in the mail right now, Juice.
I was on time with the bread.
With the who?
I was on time with the bread. I just sent it.
Yeah, man. Everybody like, why we don't got none?
If you don't just fucking buy me a shirt and get the fuck out of here, yo. You could have got that over.
The Meek and Nipsey thing, man.
Can y'all hear me? Am I getting ignored? Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, he ignored you.
Yeah. Fuck out of here. Why you just fucking send my shirt?
Who said something? What would Mike say?
Yo, fuck you up. Mike
said something?
Yo.
What? I'm lost like shit.
Steve, you can't hear me for real?
Can he?
I can hear you, Juice.
Okay.
No, can you hear me?
Can you hear Ralph?
He ain't there.
Oh shit, he ain't there. What you mean?
I told you couldn't hear me.
No, he's right. Oh, he probably can't see you. He probably really can't see you. I don't know.
No, I'm about to come up out of it. Rel said something?
Yeah, he did.
You're fucking up the jokes. Tell him to goddamn log off and come back, man.
That's what he doing.
Bro, what the fuck you say, you bastard? No, you're not a bastard. I'm sorry, Mom. You're not a bastard.
Y'all been going in on you the whole fucking time, man.
No, I ain't hear that shit.
We thought you was ignoring
I thought you was ignoring me. It's gonna make for good content. Right, it's gonna make for good content.
No, I ain't hear what the fuck you say.
I'm like, man, why you just fucking send me a shirt? Yo, you know I'm good for the bread. Yo, fuck out of here, yo.
You didn't send me your size or nothing.
I don't think I want a Drake and Future record, man.
Yeah, I'm over it.
I don't think it's even necessary. I think it's just something. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe Future called and was like, "Yo, I didn't do too well on the last joint. Like, let's do something else." But Future's already a legend, though, bro.
Drake not doing no pity drinks. I think Drake wanted to do it too.
Drake probably wanted to do it, but Drake. I don't know.
I don't like it.
Hey, did we talk about the 2 Chainz record yet?
You said you liked it.
Yeah. I know we said that last week and didn't make the cut, but I wanted to say, hey, by the way, that album is super dope.
I better listen to it again.
I didn't give it a all look. I liked the first couple joints, but I didn't give it a whole listen to, so I'm gonna have to do that too.
Because I was talking about ain't no albums come out that I really like this year so far.
I ain't listen to no more music till Royce put out another album.
Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit, dog. That shit was alright.
Yeah, watch your mouth, yo.
That shit, what you gonna do?
Watch your mouth, yo.
What you gonna do?
Watch your mouth. Okay. It sound good when I'm in Texas, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be screaming to heaven, Ma, come get Rel. Ma, come get Rel.
I think Nipsey and Meek are so different that album wouldn't blend well.
Oh no, I think it would. I'm just curious. where they would take it. I don't think it's gonna work.
Well, you're a half homer, so I don't think that shit going. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
All you want to hear is fucking Royce album with Royce. Yeah, Royce and 5'9" together.
Yeah, Royce featuring Royce. That's what he should name it.
The fuck out of there. That shit was alright.
All right, man. Let's address this J Prince shit. Can we do that?
What happened? Break that shit down.
Let's address the J Prince shit. All right. I've been waiting since we got on. I've been like, I'm ready to talk about this.
Hold up. Because I hate when I watch a podcast and they don't tell you what they talking about. They just talk about.
I got you. I'm going there. Okay, I'm going there. All right. That's why Cool said set it up, yo. Can you hear what Cool saying?
Yeah, yo, nigga, I can hear it.
All right, we just want to make sure you can hear, man.
Let's go ahead, man.
All right.
You know what? Fuck you for the shit you said that I didn't hear. Just so we clear. Right,
you'll hear Tuesday. You're right. YBN Almighty J got robbed in New York and he got cut. He got like 300 stitches, right? And they stole his chain. It was a Rap-A-Lot chain. He said, so he was like, it's a piece of me. Jay Prince came in and was like, yo, that chain is a piece of me, right? So he put an Instagram post up that said mob ties. And he tagged everybody famous pretty much from the Bronx. Fat Joe, Remy, dude named Hocus, my son, a bunch of people from the Bronx. He tagged them, right? Like, I'm going to show you this what mob ties is about. Bring this ass clown to me, da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Just basically, you know what I'm saying? We not going to let these people out here targeting artists just because they artists to do this, and that, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know if y'all folk to anybody, this and this, you know what I'm saying? Send them my way, right? So the dude Hocus chimed in first. Like, all I care about is sex. Well, he said sex, murder, and money. And he was like, you messing up my life talking about, you know what I'm saying, stuff that should be happening on street level and you put it on social media. And then I saw... He says it's Jay Prince, right? He said, had you, basically reached out to me, you know what I mean? A lot of people got respect, but, you know what I'm saying, that ain't how we give it up. I ain't doing that, right? My son said the same thing. He's basically like, with all due respect, everybody respect you as an OG. You know what I'm saying? I don't even get down like that. And I don't even roll with people in that circle or whatever, right? Then Jay Prince comes back and was like, I ain't asked you niggas to do nothing for me. like I got people in the Bronx, and tag the same people in it again. Basically just saying, well, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to handle it my way and don't tell me I ain't warn y'all.
Right.
Yeah. So, go ahead, Cool.
Juice?
Juice. Yeah. We'll let Juice go last because you want to blur your face out, Juice?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can put some effects on Juice's face.
Juice, you can do a disclaimer, like, for real, though.
Hey, man, let me go ahead and hop out there, man, because this could take it's a lot to unpack, as you say. All right, so I'm gonna say this about my interactions remotely around Rap-A-Lot is that I have friends, that are affiliated or have been affiliated, and I'm gonna just say this dude has respect. I personally don't know if anything he's done illegal. You know what I'm saying? I don't. He's got his book. Everything that he talks about himself, he puts in the book. If he refers to street shit, he's very vague. But I'm gonna say this, dog. I've seen some of the roughest, toughest niggas here. You know what I'm saying? Can't speak for nobody else. Or niggas I know for sure is putting him, they known in the streets.
Right.
Respect this man. Like, I like, you'll hear a lot of stories about how this man operates. And from niggas that ain't just making up stories. So it's like, there is a respect level. If he say, and you see things on the famous level. But like, if he say it's done with, it's done with. Like that Drake Pusha T shit is done with. Regardless of how it went down, shit got ceased. It certain shit just be getting ceased. Now, why did he handle it the way he did on social media? I really don't understand that move. I don't know. I thought it was weird, but at the same time, it's like I know what really be happening. See, a lot of niggas get on social media and Facebook and they make their comments, and I understand the niggas in New York, they gonna say something, whatever, but when you around that shit or you interacting around that shit and see how that shit really be, you have a different respect for it, you know. So I think some of these guys kind of, you know, they respect them, but I think a lot of social media thinks that this is a game, and I'm here to say, like, I'm gonna say it for what I know till today. It's really not a game with that disrespecting that man and what he got going on. I like none.
So here's the quote directly. Let me make myself clear. I was never asking any of y'all for any help in any capacity. I don't need you, I don't know you, and I don't trust any of y'all to do anything concerning the streets for me. With that being said, I witnessed a clown campaigning, bragging, and snitching on himself in a public video. Pause. About robbing the industry people in your backyard, so it took it upon myself to alert the ones I have respect for. It is clear to me that went over some of y'all heads. Just for more clarity, I've been having ties in the Bronx and throughout New York for a long time, and now it's gotten even stronger with my youngsters. So I don't know any of y'all people I tag credit for with others because they're all strangers to me other than music. To all you so-called gangster clowns, there's a time and a place for everything, and I'm going to give you what you asked for. To all of you that's trying to narrow down my message, to me wanting to change lacks the depth of understanding that real street niggas have. That's why you are all squares. There's a movement taking place by the timid and the weak, and that's going to change meaning of strong to weak.
Go ahead, cool. Before I was going to say something. Go ahead.
Listen, and I respect what, you know, OG, you know, Prince do, but like, it was whack to go on Instagram and say that man's name like that. I mean, it was whack. That's atypical of him. It was atypical of him in general terms, because all we know about the mystery of it is, you know, he moves silently. You know what I mean? Ain't no whole lot of talk. A few podcasts ago, we said Big Homie was in the back of the Meek Miller video. We didn't even say his name and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of whack that he said boy name. The other part of this, the boys got picked up by the feds. Did y'all know that?
Yeah. The boys that did it. Yeah.
It got picked up by the feds. So I'm not saying, you know, people saying he's snitching or dry snitching or whatever it is. I'm not gonna put that on Jay Prince or anything like that, just by virtue of what I know. But it was terribly unusual and kind of weird that he put it on there.
Right.
You can't mix street shit when you got a square nigga wearing a chain walking around like a Drake, not understanding where he at. So if you got some niggas called the Jump Out Boys or whatever the hell they call, I don't care who. $2,500 for a new pair of tennis shoes. The same price I can make them young kind of tennis shoes. If Lil Baby ain't say some of the realest shit in that song, because these young boys on them pills don't know Jay Prince. And you can say it or not, respect. The older ones do, but the young boys don't care. They don't care about, but they will do you for the right price on the wrong situation. So you looking like food out here, young boy with the Rap-A-Lot chain on.
Yeah.
Learn how to move better.
MC Food.
Jay Prince, get that man some armed security that got real license to carry. You right, it's 2019. So if the feds can get Aunt Becky and them, they can get you while you talking tough on fucking Instagram.
But see, this is the twist, though. The twist be and I remember this being in the Navy, right? We was in the Navy, right? You could be from a big city. You be from Philly. You be from Houston. You be from Baltimore, whatever, right? You go down there. Go down. What y'all know about downtown Newport News, right? That shit don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you can think you the man wherever you from, and you can think you can move however you want to move.
Right.
You're going to be straight, and it's not necessarily like that. Now, the thing that do concern me when it comes to the Jay Prince situation is, throughout the years, I've never heard Jay Prince's name said so much in the last year than I have in 30 years of hearing about Jay Prince and knowing, I ain't going to say 30 years, but I've been, Jay, okay, we've been known.
30 years.
Right, but I'm saying for me personally. I can't say for me personally I've known about Jay Prince for 30 years. So it's weird to me that he's as vocal now as far as social media in the last, since the Drake and Pusha T thing, and it's continuous to be that way. Like, what's different or what made him not be as quiet as he used to be? Like, even when Suge, I think it's Suge Knight. Like, when Suge started fucking up is when, and I'm not saying Jay Prince is fucking up at all. But what I'm saying is, When Suge started talking more, and when you was quiet in the back, that's the most dangerous person to me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see, and we know, what's his name? Motherfucking, my man out Oakland,
E40.
E40. You don't see none of that shit with 40. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me, I'm just saying, to me, I'm just curious as to why now, as of late, and like you said, when we talking about serious stuff, especially with an OG like Jay Prince, you wouldn't expect them to take it to an Instagram level.
Right. So he tagged Flex, my son, Fred the Godson, P. I don't know who artist, THBTL. I don't know who that is. Cardi B, Hocus, Corey Guns, Fat Joe, Swiss Beats, and Remy Ma.
People ain't got nothing to do with that, man.
Remy like, man, yo, get the fuck out of here.
I'm at home with my newborn baby, and you telling me somebody got a $150 across their face that's your artist. Get the fuck out of here. And I'm no disrespect. I'm just saying, get the fuck out of here.
I don't understand. Again, I don't understand the move. I don't know if. I think it was weird. You know, I think a lot of us, somebody else I knew that was like, I know how he moved. I just thought that was weird. But you did have a lot of people that supported what he said. You know what I'm saying? They was like, they got it. They respected him as an OG. I didn't take it as disrespect. I kind of felt like he was saying, let's unite. Let's show that, we don't respect that type of movement against artists or whatever. But I would not expect Jay Prince, if this was like 5 years ago, I would not expect him to ever do that. Like, he's very mysterious. So who knows? I mean, I don't really know.
I don't know the guy's music. You know what I'm saying? The artist's music. What I know is, I don't care where you're from and the name and your reputation ain't gonna protect nobody when somebody hungry in the city where they at. You move in your own city like that, they will kill you. You move in New York like that, they gonna rob you. You move in San Francisco like 2 Chainz, and he almost gets shot for just walking in a populated place a couple years ago. They don't care nothing about that in the wrong scenario.
But he do have some. Like, I think he feels like his reach is like that, man. Because I know, like in Chicago, Larry Hoover, him and they.
You gonna be able to retaliate, but he got 3.
You can't stop the initial shit.
Yeah.
So teach your people how to move is what I'm saying.
You can't move off Jay Prince's name. But what's crazy is to me, like, listen, honestly, real shit. I didn't know. I knew the name more than the face. Now I know Jay Prince's face more now.
And give yourself some credit. Mom Playing Tricks on Me is 28 years old.
Wow. If I didn't know, I know Jay Prince. Like before, if Jay Prince would never jumped in the Drake shit, him being in that Drake and Meek video, I wouldn't even have known it was him. You never knew really. The most dangerous motherfucker is the motherfucker who you can't identify. I never even really knew. I knew his story or his name rang more than his face did. Or now, which is to me kind of stands out. Like, why am I?
I got a homie though.
Why am I seeing Jay Prince now?
I got a homie from the Bronx. That nigga told me, but like John Gotti, I mean, he got into the spotlight, but my nigga say that boy could point at the whole section just like and get everybody blasted. So it's I don't know. Sometimes the guy with respect, he gets into the spotlight. I mean, every major figure we've seen that happen to, man. So I don't know.
There's a set of rules that was set upon when Jay Prince and them first started and stuff like that. And before that, these young kids, this shit is like the Wild Wild West thing.
Right.
There's no rules to it. Like the rules that they don't
respect Hoover. Unfortunately, they don't respect it themselves.
Well, like you said, Mike, the retaliation might come, but that first initial situation is going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Peter Guns responded. Peter Guns DM'd him. He said, I didn't appreciate you calling out my son like that. I didn't think that was cool.
Okay, Corey. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, I inboxed you, got my number. So, I mean, it's a lot of, it causes a lot of mayhem. But on the flip side of this, regardless of how foul it seems, looks, or whatever, like I said, I can see from not only stories, but witnessing that it's legit. Like,
that's never the question.
How he moved. So
it's just the shock value of him going about that way. That man got to be, just surprised to see him come with that.
Now the Fed situation with old buddy getting picked up by the Feds, it did all that. It just was all strange.
So that's all I'm saying. Like for that, like Jay Prince, I want Jay Prince to continue to be a beacon of success in hip hop. I do not want Jay Prince to be the Jay Prince we heard about, like boogeyman type shit, and then here come an indictment because you had Homeboy shoot up a bus and then Lil Wayne and Baby and all of that kind. Don't nobody want that shit. I don't want 100 gunshots at a van at CIAA. Yo Gotti Homeboy. I don't want Lil Wayne to a bus shot up. I don't want none of that. Give me my adult contemporary rap. Nobody get shot. Everybody get their money. Teach financial freedom. Let's take our culture and keep it pushing. I just don't want it to deteriorate to nothing, even remotely street shit. I want Jay Prince to be the blueprint to the Master P's with the way we know him to be. Mom playing tricks on me was literally almost 30 years ago. That's crazy to me.
I agree.
I know we about to end this real soon, but I had to go. I know we always talk about
this flew by this time.
Right, definitely. I finally seen that R. Kelly interview, right? This nigga is the funniest motherfucker in the world.
Melodies.
You hear the melodies? Listen, this nigga said, I need help, girl. What kind of help you need, Kelly? Because my heart too big. Oh my God. He said, my heart's too big, girl. I be forgiving people. He said,
I'm not a whole time nobody.
Right. So look, girl, why you going to McDonald's after get out of jail? You should just went home. Because me and my mom used to go, and she got a Danish and a coffee, and we was poor. The M on McDonald's stands for mom. No, nigga, it stands for McDonald's. What are you talking about? Please don't say y'all get a Big Mac. What is you doing, a commercial now? A Big Mac fry. Why is you naming sandwiches?
2 all beef patties.
Extra special sauce. I can't go to McDonald's. I'm sorry, y'all had to bring that shit up.
Double jeopardize myself. That shit's fucking hilarious, yo.
No, I don't have a coat. No, he said, I don't know what a coat is. I know I ain't got one. Nigga.
What? Hey,
did y'all see the Leslie Johnson and Keenan joint? You gotta watch the SNL shit, yo.
That shit was funny.
No. He's like, that word with the Q. Leslie's like, you mean coat? Yeah, that one. That shit's hilarious, yo.
No, this is real quick. This is a total subject change, but it's not. Because SNL apparently spoofed the Catholic Church, right, about the molestations. Do you know the Catholic Church said they wanted an apology?
There's a lot of motherfuckers that should be booked for their situation.
Wait a minute. How you gonna want an apology from the truth? I don't understand. How you?
They supposed to say the truth.
They a whole nother
game. Some people in Philly need stories about people like a month ago, not even a month ago.
I don't know nothing about that, brother. That's some
shit. I say that. No,
because Rel always say I'm a homer.
But I say that to say we're not talking ancient news. We're talking like recent history. So that if they still releasing shit that y'all did bad, Catholic Church, like molesting kids, you can't be mad because somebody joke about it. You better go ahead.
Hey, listen, everything's so sensitive now, man. You can tell a joke when yourself when people get offended.
Russell Westbrook. I'm Russell Westbrook with my shit.
Hey,
watch about 3 years.
The world's so crazy.
I'm going to have a number. You can't fucking say nothing, anything to me no more. We're black people. I'm talking about everybody else.
Yo, the world's so crazy, right? I can say something sexually harassing to a woman, and somebody else will get offended and call me for sexual harassment. That's how fucked up it is. Like, if me and her talking, is she cool with my sexual harassment?
No.
If she cool with my sexual harassment.
Right. What did I say to her to make her my wife years later? Something that she could have, if she didn't like me, she could have been like, HR.
Right.
Air.
You know what I mean?
Hey, what did you say to her?
I was saying shit like, when we gonna go out? What we doing tonight? Like, not even nothing like
sexual harassing stuff. Sexual in nature.
Yo, I've been sexual harassing my girl before. I was my girl
tonight to a straight or wrong person or somebody that ain't with it, and that's sexual harassment.
Right.
Nowadays, I guess.
I definitely was.
Yeah, most people find their significant others in a work or social setting because, like, that's where the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
don't get no coochie if you don't sexual harass.
This has been episode 35 of Brothers Talking Shit. Like,
yeah, we do need to end this motherfucker. They said we too long-winded.
Don't give a fuck what they say. This is about us, man. Stop fucking listening then. Fuck out of here. We're gonna fucking keep talking. You lucky you got Meek shit. We take this shit another fucking hour.
Oh, I ain't even hear addressed.
I ain't even look up. I'm like, oh shit, we've been on for like 2.5.
Listen, it's gonna take 2 hours to get dressed, dog. I'm free. I'm free. My girl ain't even home right now. She at the
well, I do gotta be rapping soon. I got a couple things to get into. So,
Juice, when we gonna get another Messenger podcast, man?
Hey, listen, right?
Man, we are trying to get it set up right now, man. Megan been busy. I don't want to do an episode without her, so I don't know. We might do it.
I understand, Juice. I understand.
But we definitely got more. You know, we uncut, unraw. I mean, just whatever, raw.
Yo, I had my outfit for 2 weeks. T still don't got a fucking outfit. I knew what I was wearing 2 weeks ago to the Meek show. She still don't know. Right now, if I text her right now, like, babe, what you wearing? I don't fucking know.
What's up with women in that shit, dog? Like, they don't have nothing until like the hour before.
Just know they all like that.
Right.
Don't
They all like that.
Babe, you ready? Why? Dressing with a pink hat, fucking Meek. Like, what's up?
I can tell my wife a year ago, hey, today we gonna be at this time, and we need to be ready by this time. We still gonna be late every motherfucking
And then she be mad at you, like we still fucking late. Like,
My wife had to go somewhere while we was filming this podcast. I had to tell her before the podcast, hey, I'm not gonna be able to wake you up so you can get ready in time, so you can leave in time to be where you gotta be in time. So she be like, let me set my alarm.
listen, yo, really? I'm not the only one. I get to work and I call her to make. She got an alarm clock set and everything. I still call her and make sure she get up.
All like that.
Agreed, dog. I gotta do it over a 14-hour time difference. I don't care about nothing y'all motherfuckers are saying. Fuck out of here. Fuck y'all. Like, straight up.
I used to talk to, right? She was late for work. Like, why you ain't tell me I had to go to work? What the fuck do you mean? Why?
You said he gotta go, y'all. You said he gotta go. You said he gotta go.
I had to get away from her. That bum ass broad. She's a bum ass broad.
End that shit, Neef, man. Come the fuck on, bro. I got shit to do.
It don't end without me?
I said you end it.
That's correct.
All right, this is Brother Talking Shit, episode 35. God bless. Hallelujah. Balohi, everything. I love y'all, man.
I love you too, yo. I holler at y'all, man.
All right, y'all.
Yup. We out.